Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Limo
So
talk.
we were saying. all along.
5,000 watching cricket at Citi Field. And how many of you guys are hanging
they
out?
they were going to have a crowd of about 20,000, but it was rainy earlier.
Yeah.
So they ended up closing the middle section and just put everybody on the bottom.
All right. Limo talk, it's us. Bobby Inns, 41 and Zarello. Board up extraordinaire Richard Zarelli. In the back,
Hiya.
the owner of this establishment, Bobby Lacera, Strong Island TV, Paradise Studios. And we've got a new addition to the family tonight. Intern Vinny is hanging out with us tonight. Hey, Bob, if you could put intern Vinny, little picture of him up on the screen right here, we'll say hello to him, too. Anytime now. So, what's going on there?
That'll be around 8, about
Sometime.
10:35.
Well, yeah.
I don't have
We'll
pictures
see.
of the interns.
No, come up live like you do when you come up here in the middle.
No, that's okay. We're whenever you get a chance.
I just want to
Let's
see
talk
Vinny.
about what we're going to do.
I want to say hello to my intern, our intern.
No, it's not our intern.
He's gonna
Our
work,
intern.
He wants to work Sunday nights, so he's going to work Sunday nights with us and the DNA show.
Oh, so what's
Yeah,
happening
but
is Bobby
not for the
Lacera-
show, it's for
Bobby
Bobby.
is getting someone who will come in here on Sunday nights and deal with us so he can stay the fuck away from us.
Yes,
Yeah.
and keep us here longer.
It's a pretty smart move, I think,
It's brilliant.
on Bobby's part.
It's dude. After me last week with saying I'm going to sit next to Noreen and
We're lucky we're
pissing
back.
him off the whole night, and Lacera's playing a clip of that. He's like, I cannot believe the things you were saying last week. I said, yes, I was drunk. I was a little stoned. I'm sorry. Things have changed. I apologize. You said in one of your segments, you said apologies after a while have no meaning. I'm done. It's back to top-notch radio, hanging out with you, bringing back your characters, pulling them in, saying hello to them. All right?
Oh, yeah. It's better that with no guests, I'm glad you're on your best behavior.
I'm going to be... And you? What do you have to say to this?
What about your behavior last week?
Yes.
It was a little wild at times, a little erratic.
It was erratic, huh?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the grope was probably the most egregious, I would say, that got the most shock value.
I didn't grope her. I said
well,
I'd sit next to her.
You said
and-
you would sit next to her and grope her.
and fondle
Fondle
her.
was-
fondle her.
Well, I didn't mean it like I
While
was
her
gonna sit there
husband
and
sat
touch-
here on the show.
I was going to put my arm around her maybe and hang out with her. We were getting along.
In no context ever is the word fondle a good word.
And with me being...
Fondle is not. It's not like if somebody says they, molested someone. It comes down to fondling. Molesting and fondling are not good.
So that's not a good word.
No, bad word.
Well, fondle's a bad word. I mean, unless you're saying it to someone else and you're in some kind of intimate type of, I'm about to fondle you.
no, we don't.
Maybe you could use it there.
Bobby looked at me with disgust. Thank God that Larry Izzo liked us and liked me because I had... Dude, it was actually really...
Larry's got a fucking petition going. He wants this show banned from the air for fondling his wife.
I never got near her, but what had happened was
You're blowing smoke. You're over here doing your shit over here.
You
I
were
was like, what
doing-
the fuck?
yeah, it was-
I was like, the ape is out of the cage. What the fuck happened?
I drank Telemadu. I drank a bottle of Telemadu. I've never done that before.
I know, but you drank a whole bottle?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's have a guest on. Why don't you
mean-
shoot some heroin?
Well, wait a minute.
I mean,
no!
Yeah, let's try that next time.
I was at Jim Severs. We were celebrating the Dalers.
Don't blame Jim
Hold
Sever,
on.
Okay.
We were celebrating the Dalers winning the county finals in baseball. I was behind the bar the entire evening. So I was serving drinks the entire evening and shots. We went through a whole bottle of Telemadu.
well, I'll take one of those.
Oh, he'll take a dingling. All right. There you go.
Youngling.
So I was celebrating with Telemadu. And I walked in here and I had bought another bottle of Telemadu and drank, I think it's...
Tell him more, dude. That's the big sponsor at...
Cheers. Here's to our new intern, Vinny.
Vinny.
I hope he gets all his
Cheers to
credits
Vinny.
from Oneonta. I hope he remembers
Absolutely.
us when he's like a big shot over at Sirius XM.
2 more beers and Grouse will be back there fondling. Vinny.
I spent many weekends in Oneonta in college.
That's where Vinny went to school. I think he's got just a whole bunch of hours to get, and he's done.
I spent
Good
a
for
few
him.
weekends in Oneonta at the school, dorming there. when I did my team went to Cooperstown Baseball World, and that's where they use that as the
they use that as
the dorm, like
the
you
bunks.
would at baseball.
Right.
What do you call it? All-Star Village and Dreams Park? They don't have barracks. They have Oneonta College.
Really? Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So he's
That's how they run it.
I think he's already walked down the aisle for his graduation. I think he's just got to come up with 50 or a certain amount. You know, if Vinny's back there, Bob, if
What
you
is
want
it- what is the
to
major?
put
Is
him
it
on for a
communications?
second.
Speaking of, I'd like to send Vinny to put down that fourth mic that nobody's using.
Oh,
I'm
well,
gonna
tell
send him
Vinny
out
to
there.
sit. Come here, Vin.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on,
Here we
Vin.
go. We
Yeah,
got a
there
job
go.
for the intern.
There you go.
Love this.
Oh, well, watch this. This is what we do at Limo Talk with the
Let's watch Vinny at work. Come on, Vinny.
Come on down.
Get rid of our microphone that we don't need. Vinny from Oneonta.
He's like, do I really have to do
Come here,
that?
sit, Vin.
He wants.
Sit. He's gonna make him. No, bring it up. Sit, please. Please sit.
Bobby, he's allowed to sit, right?
Yes.
You know, unless you have
lift
other
up your
duties
mic.
for him.
It's not hooked up.
Oh, it's not hooked up.
it's not hooked up?
Oh, he's
All
got
right.
no wire.
All right, so say hello to my audience. Walk in. This is Vinny. The
Vinny, do you
intern.
know sign language? All right, well, you can use it now because you got no mic.
So you have to do
You took a
you have
year
to
of it,
do
you don't
hours,
know?
right? Like 50, how many? 120 hours. We could
Wow.
fudge a lot of that stuff. Don't,
But the kid's just getting started here. You're already telling him how to fudge things? I mean, no, you do it on the up and up, Vinny. You earn everything you get.
Vin,
Wants to
I'm
fudge.
trying to take care of you, my boy. I like you already. You come over, say hello to me. You were nice to me. Not many people are. Probably in a couple of weeks you won't, right?
Well, that's because Vinny's probably a nice
It's about
kid,
an
and he
hour.
was taught the right way to
Get
say hi to
sick of
people.
him.
Yeah.
Look at this. By
I'll go about 8 minutes.
10:25, you'll be fed up. You'll be out.
So you've got a-
you'll be out there letting the air out of his tires.
So you're done, right? You graduated.
With everything but the hours, yeah.
Great.
Play any ball at school or anything?
Nah, I just go to the gym.
Went to the gym.
Yeah, I went to the gym.
Congratulations to you and
Jim's
your
good.
family.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Why are we congratulating his family?
Oh, because they got him through. Probably helped out.
Probably
the
Maybe they
Supported
were a
the
total
kid?
hindrance. Why don't we find out?
They,
Go
I
ahead.
got the best parents, best family in the world. I gotta say.
There you go. But
There
I
you
want
go.
you to say that, not him.
you
He's
go.
throwing
I
the
have
shit
the
at you.
best family in the world.
There you
Really?
go.
Yeah.
I love that.
Is this your first? How long you been doing the shows here? Just the first couple days?
Since I've been back this summer, it's like my third day. But last summer I did like the whole summer.
Did anybody put you on the air yet?
No.
What was your major?
This is what he
Music
wants. This is what
industry.
he wants.
Music industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Music? What are you doing?
Music industry. Which,
What-
it's basically like a subcategory where they try to push those students to go maybe into marketing or advertising. Some music industry students end up doing like it's called tour managing for artists or stuff like that. But for me, I mostly just want to try to go into like the business side, marketing stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
We used to work at Scott Farrell on ESPN, and a gentleman who used to be like a board op. What Richie does now is Chris Olivero.
That's cool.
He's now the president of Odyssey and WFAN.
Started in the mailroom.
Started in the dude. I know
The
at least,
mailroom's
I,
good.
I know
Right.
at least 3 or 4 gentlemen who worked with Scott Farrell,
Yeah.
and now are top people, like Lou Pellegrino. He was one of the interns, and then he became a producer. He's the head of SiriusXM podcast, their international podcast
Sure.
network. Dude,
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's all about networking too. You know, you meet so many people.
get yourself going.
Absolutely.
Need any help?
I'm the type of person, if I got a job somewhere, I started out in the mailroom, I'd end up the janitor.
Yeah, but you know what? But you'd also be there 35 years, and you'd
As
be
the janitor.
as a janitor and loyal, and show up all the time, and it would be going by your way. I'm complimenting you now.
Nobody can push him out.
Nobody can. Well, Greg DiFilippo says, "What's up?" He says, "Good luck to you, Vin."
Thank you,
Taz,
Greg.
the resident artist. Also, we got watching us today, and that's so far. Taz says, "Good luck to you, Vinny. Kick ass," and that's where we're at right now. So, a couple of our listeners rooting you on. All
Is that
right?
my cue to leave? Or?
No,
That's
no.
what I was thinking. I was saying
I
he's
was
now
thinking
throwing
that
you
too.
out.
Was he- yeah.
No, I was just telling you.
It's
he
been a
winding
pleasure
him
having you here,
No.
Bobby. Unscrew the mic, Bobby. All right,
Get that wire out of there.
pull that wire out.
I thank your audience. That's very nice.
Yeah.
It is overwhelming to kind of move on to that next stage in life, but like I said, a great family helps out. You know, I feel like I've been pretty prepared, and job searching now, stuff like that.
What'd your parents do?
My mom's a TA at one of the elementary schools
Cool.
in Massapequa. My father owned a pizzeria in Corona, Queens for a long time.
Corona. What's the name
Corona.
of which one?
Angelo's Pizzeria.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm in Corona all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
My family's from Corona.
He retired about, I want to say 5 years ago. We used to go to City.
What street is it on?
It was right across this corner from the Chase Bank
In
Corona.
Because
Yeah.
I'm always
Can't
on
say I know.
108th Street.
We used to go to City Field a lot growing up because my dad kind of had a guy on the inside who he'd give pizza to a lot, and he'd get my dad deals on tickets and stuff.
That's
so,
awesome.
Nice.
So we used to go.
that
to
is so awesome.
That's
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
networking.
Yeah, that was
See how
good. That
you
was
see
good
that,
that way,
Vinny?
yeah.
Yeah. See how that works?
But yeah, my dad was a big pizza man. And he's still making them now. He's got an oven in the backyard.
Nice.
Really?
Summer's his favorite season, yo. He
So
doesn't-
he's making pizzas in the back?
he's pretty much turned the house into a restaurant. He's got the grill, the pizza oven.
We got a guy that
I
we
love
got a
this.
guy that used to own a pizzeria over in Florida.
And he's got a whole
might
kitchen in his
might want to make a
backyard.
guest appearance at your place. His name is Dan.
know if you're not familiar with Frankie's East Side. Have you ever been there, Farmingdale?
I have not.
All right.
There's too many pizzerias.
You and a lot of other people never got to go visit my place and
I'm sensing
experience-
a joke.
and
I'm on the outside.
experience a 12-inch crust.
Vinny's very perceptive.
I
Our
tried to
pizza
do-
guy is known for the just crust and a little bit of
Yeah,
sauce.
he would make it.
Yeah.
He'd make up. I go in there. He goes, "I made a special pizza. You might like it. It's it's like the sauce."
He sounds
It
like
was-
Sylvester Stallone.
He does. That's what he does. Right? He goes. So I grab a slice of it, and it's this much crust and this much little pizza right here.
Well,
going
at least
into
it's
the middle.
50-50, right?
Yeah, it wasn't actually 50-50 because the middle part is where it had the cheese and sauce, and the edge was all dough. It was all dough. So
well, I do love pizza crust. It's all about the proportionality.
He
though,
said
you know?
people like the crust the best, so he makes the most crust.
I guess it helps them
It
stand
also
out.
it also helps when you actually buy some sauce and cheese
Yeah.
Put on there.
to put on there, and if
Yeah.
you're trying to conserve it, you're not gonna.
He walked into the pizzeria one day. It was so hot outside. He walked into the pizzeria. It was hotter in the pizzeria, and the pizza that was on
Bubbling under the glass.
You serious?
It was bubbling. I said, "Did this just come out of the oven?" He goes, "Nah, it's been there like 10, 15 minutes." I go,
Yeah.
"It's bubbling."
Holy
He goes,
shit.
like I says, "By the way, you want to turn on the air in here?" He goes, "Oh, you don't feel it?" I was like, "It's 110. It was like 130 degrees in there."
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
if I felt it, we
anything to
wouldn't be
save
having
a
this
buck, right?
conversation.
How long did he own it for?
Well, he like took it from my papa.
Oh, it was in the
I
family,
think
huh?
the pizzeria was there since 68.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, a long time.
So that's a staple, and that's
Yeah.
that's
It's
awesome.
still there?
Yeah, it's still there. Just new
Angelo?
Angelo's Pizzeria.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, just new ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they doing?
Are they
Like,
Italian?
do we like them?
It's like the same staff, just new guy my dad sold it to.
That did you used to work there every once in a while?
Yeah, I used to go in on the weekends a little bit, help out at the counter, make pizza boxes, stuff like
Any
that.
cool story? Like really cool story from the pizzeria? Like somebody
what I-
walking in at 10:30, maybe Derek Jeter or something to that effect?
Off the top of my head, I really can't.
Right near City.
Something
I
might-
was gonna say,
All right,
Corona
you never
Corona
know.
Something
Queens.
might come to me, but off
How
the
about like
top
my
of head, no.
piazza?
All right.
Did you make like a lot of empty boxes and just
I
stack them
made
up
a
by the
lot.
window?
A lot of
Right?
empty
And just
boxes.
like have them stacked up all over the
Yeah.
place where there's actually no place to
Yeah.
put anything else?
And then I ended up delivering pizzas last summer while I was working for Bobby, and like it was like riding a bike. You know, I never forgot when I was making their boxes. I was
Was it the thick box or the thin box?
the thick cardboard.
You tried the rest, now try the best.
Yeah.
Was that the slogan on
Fresh
there?
pizza.
Yeah, you always have the stand.
I like when the pizza store's name is on the box, not
I do too. Unless if they cheap out and they buy like the cheaper
you
boxes.
tried the
that
rest, now
don't-
try the best.
Yeah, something like that.
So now your father's out of it. Who's got the best pizza around here that you like?
Honestly, when we ordered pizza, because me and my family live, in Massapequa. When we order pizza, we usually order from Leonardo's right around the corner here.
Had that. You ever
Yeah.
have Carmela's on Merrick Road?
Yeah, sure. Carmel's very good too.
I like Carmela's.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Carmela's in
area.
Franklin Square
they?
closed.
Carmela's in Franklin Square just closed out of
They
nowhere.
sold it. The guy sold it to somebody else, and
Yeah.
they shortly after sold it, closed it down.
They closed
Wow.
it down, huh?
Yeah.
Weren't they like not
That's there for a
delivering for a while though? That Carmela's or something.
All I know is when I used to live there in Massapequa, I lived there with my first wife, and we used to live right up by the reserve.
Yeah.
So we'd go there, and
Yeah,
that was the Friday night hangout, Carmela's, and to this day they still have good pizza and good food. I don't go there as often because we live in Farmingdale, but yeah, Carmela's a good place, and Leonardo's is a good place too.
Yeah, I
Right
feel,
here, next door.
yeah,
that-
right next door.
Right
right
next,
next door.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
He's a nice guy too,
Yeah.
and he's always those guys put, dude. They hear like Bobby Lacerda. They hear it. Well, he's here at 11 and stays till 11 o'clock at night. But the pizzeria guys are there at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning,
He just left.
right? And he just left.
He did.
He leaves
left
just
when I
as I'm
pulled up.
pulling up every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
So,
that's.
I always want to grab a slice.
Right, like
and it's
9
closed.
o'clock.
I mean,
Did your father have those crazy hours too?
yeah, well, for a long time, my dad was working with his cousin, my Uncle Anthony, who passed away when I was in like 6th grade. So after that
Sorry to hear
happened,
that.
yeah, it was rough because he was in his 40s. So yeah, but after he passed away, my dad ended up having to, pretty much work all day, every day, hours on end. So that was one of the big factors for why he wanted.
You should be very proud.
Yeah.
He should
Yeah.
be very proud of what's
like-
happened to you.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going at. Just having the best parents in the world. My dad worked very hard. My mom worked very hard, so that, me, my siblings, college is paid for, we got a roof over us, stuff like that. So,
You do me a favor.
Good stuff.
You take it, you grasp it, and you go and you just fucking kick ass and come back 3-5 years from now. You're running some big ass.
yeah.
All right.
Start taking
Just
care of him. yeah.
remember us. I'll
Yeah.
probably have no teeth or whatever.
So why don't you finish up with Vinny, because honestly your numbers are going down.
I don't care. You say that all the time, and yet
I'm
we
just
get.
telling-
Not worried
listen,
about that.
I'm
He
just
does.
telling
We don't
you.
worry about that
It's a
shit
nice
no
kid.
more.
wanna see-
Talking to a
what
good
was the
kid.
remark?
I hope my numbers go down to 0. I don't care. We don't care.
People want to see what
are you
they
talking
know.
about?
No, he's talking to me. He says, that's because we had Vinny on. Our
I have the
numbers
numbers going up
Who
on
cares?
on Facebook.
Thank you. All right. It
Our
was
numbers
nice-
go down when he talks. What are you talking about? What do they do, Vinny?
Yeah, if we leave him on too
People
long.
are going, I can't believe they can fish that much stupid in one head.
That's me.
It is true. All right, one more. I have one more question for Vinny.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
So you mentioned the backyard setup.
Yeah.
Does he have like brick oven? Like
brick oven.
he could slide in just
And
full
he just,
pies.
Yeah, and he just bought a dough mixer too. Oh, so yeah.
So he's gonna make the dough
Yeah, it's
outside
gonna be,
with
yeah.
the pizza. I could just picture this setup.
Neighbors
It's
are ringing the
gotta-
doorbell to get pickups.
I want you to do.
Smelling like every
time out.
dog
I
in the
got
neighborhood is barking.
Now, are you dying to know what that pizza tastes like?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You have
I'm a
him go
foodie.
purchase the dough.
Yeah.
I'll give him all the money back for everything. Ask him to make us one pie.
We get a pie next week?
We get a pie in the next. Whenever you have
whenever.
time.
Well, if I'm here every
Oh,
Sunday.
actually, we're not going to be
You're
here
here every
next week.
Sunday night. We are here next Sunday night. If you Sunday night, we're here. Make us a pie. All right, done.
Done? And we're paying for the pie.
Pay for the pie.
We're
Just tell
paying
your
for the
father,
pie.
We're paying for the
Yes,
ingredients.
we want to
Your
buy
father
the pie.
making the pie, you making
Yeah.
the box.
You
Yeah, I
still
could
owe
do
the beef jerky guy money.
Yeah, but this is just a pizza.
Because you
Bob.
still owe the beef jerky guy money.
Yeah.
Huh, but the
Well,
beef
that's
jerky
only
guy
Grimes.
likes me, okay? And
No.
this kid likes me.
He makes too much food to begin with, so I doubt
He would-
money would be an issue.
Okay,
He'd make
but-
so much food. I
But
could
at least
just
you
bring-
know we're coming from and
Yeah,
saying
absolutely.
we'll pay for the ingredients. Tell him you like meatball, pepperoni, or regular.
He does meat.
All right, listen to me.
Hold on.
Wait.
Pizza is not a plate. Did you get into specialty pizzas, all that stuff over there?
I mean, I love original, but yeah, I love my specialty pies too.
What was the best, most popular?
At his pizzeria, well, the vegetable slices were popular. The Hawaiian pizza was very popular.
No, not with pineapple.
Yeah, the ham and pineapple. Yeah.
They put pineapple. Yeah, I've had that. That's
meat
good.
lovers was big. Buffalo's big.
Meat lovers. Now
My
we're
biggest
talking.
argument all the time is pizza is not a plate. It's like you go to New Park Pizza,
Yeah.
and they won't make any of that shit. They won't make any of that. They just like, you want a regular
Just
slice
cheese.
or a Sicilian. That's it. Done.
Sicilian's good.
Okay. Whatever your father's specialty
Whatever
is,
he wants to make,
whatever he wants to
I'll
make,
eat it.
tell your father I would
Meatball's
like
good
one
on
of
it.
his.
I like
we
meatball.
would like one of his pies.
I
Now
say-
we got to make him meatballs.
I say the best pie he makes is he does it with the vodka. It's almost like
a
a
la vodka?
margarita slice, but with vodka sauce.
Oh.
And it's
See,
seen-
your
yes.
boss already knocked me
Ooh,
down, but
I'll
I tell
take
you
that.
to get the phone on right now and call your father. We get him on the air and tell him we ask him if he could make us some pizza
nah, he's probably asleep
without
by
you
now.
bothering him.
He was
I was
he
gonna
was
say,
working
it's
in the
10 o'clock.
backyard all day. I think he's asleep. by
All right.
now, but-
We want a pie, please.
Yeah,
We're gonna buy a pie.
All right, we buy a pie. You come in here, you tell your father whatever the ingredients was it cost us. I will give you that money that night. Don't listen to him inside.
That's my ticket to get back on the air. I
That
got it very
correct.
There you go.
There you go.
See?
Thank
We're
you.
working it. Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you,
Bobby,
Vinny.
how do I turn this off?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Just
about
put
it.
down.
Bobby will take care of that.
We
It's
might,
not-
there you go. I
go.
might call you in again. I like you.
You never know.
Thank
Hey,
you.
it was great meeting you, Vinny.
Thanks, Vin. All right.
Thank you, Vinny.
Vinny, our intern. We're getting a pie out of him.
Dude. Yeah, notice you said you'll pay for the ingredients, but not for the work that went into it.
I'll
right?
pay for that too, Bobby.
No,
Just
we're gonna
the
buy a
ingredients.
pie.
We're gonna buy a pie, Bob.
worry, Bob.
make me. You know, Bob. Don't.
I got it.
I'm super straight on today, Bobby. Don't paint me as fucking cheap, and don't paint me as not doing the right thing. We're here 2.5 years. If I was to do the
All
right
right,
thing,
wait a minute.
I wouldn't be here.
Here's what we're going to do.
What?
We're going to have his father punch a clock when he starts making our pizza and punch out when it's done. And then we'll have him punch in to deliver it to us.
I can
And
imagine
then
the
punch out and we'll
setup he
pay
has.
everything. It costs $80 for this pie.
What about the beef jerky guy? Fucking Justin. I could call Justin right now. We're cool, unless Justin told me that beef jerky lasts a long time. So he's fine with it. I just haven't had a chance. Damn.
Anyway.
He's annoying me. I want the kid to work. Forget about him being here, right?
Beef jerky is in 3 easy payments.
It's $80. I'll get him on the phone right now. I guarantee you won't be mad at me.
Yeah. Pay up by December and you're good. No interest.
See, I think that would be great. The kid walked in here with a fucking well-done pie from his father's brand new, right?
Yes. It's freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine the setup he's got. You know, this guy owned a pizzeria for all that time. He's probably got like a
Where'd you get your
professional
pizza
kitchen
from?
back
I
there.
got it from Angelo's Yard Pies.
Like you said, he's basically
It's
got
a
a
yard
restaurant.
pie.
Yeah, he's got a restaurant in the backyard now.
I love it.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
love hearing that.
Yes. Now the dough machine.
Why
Right?
is I hear this show going back in my head.
Really?
All I hear is somebody has it on.
No,
I don't.
Not mine.
I just have the
mine's on
music.
mute. Teresa Farrell, by the way, is not showing up tonight. She's not
we
She's
went
not
through
feeling
that
well. Yeah, well, I didn't
Yeah,
go.
we
through-
covered
I
that
didn't
topic.
cover that
so I
on
make
the air.
believe this is news. Oh, really?
Oh.
I didn't.
I hope Teresa feels better.
Vinny took Teresa's spot tonight.
Right.
Dude, I just want to make an announcement that Teresa Farrell wasn't coming in tonight.
Okay.
All right? Like she called out our show last week, which she didn't.
I always crack up when the newscaster doesn't come in, and they go, "Hi, this is Lisa Schwartz. I'm for News 12, and Jim is off tonight."
Right.
Gives a fuck if Jim is off tonight. Just tell me the news.
Well, do they think like you're gonna sit there and wonder if they don't tell you that he's off tonight? You're gonna think like,
They're hiding
was he
him.
fired?
Yeah. Or
Is this the new person now?
That's what I think they're afraid of. Is that
Right.
somebody might think that they got canned.
Yeah, I bet it's Jim that probably says, "Make sure you tell him I'm
Yeah,
off
yeah.
tonight."
No, they always
okay.
do.
Well,
No,
I,
they do
I
that.
didn't just
no,
leave.
No, you're
station.
wrong. That is
Every news
It's out of
station does
respect. It's Pharrell used to do that too. Pharrell used to say when he wasn't on, if somebody was taking some of the guys' spots like Jim Rome and everything else,
Right.
You say, hey, listen, I'm sitting here for the vacationing Jim Rome. It's out of respect.
All right. So next time Graz is in here, we have to do that.
No, I'm going to.
no,
No?
I'm not.
Why are you not? Listen, I got to tell you something.
Why not? Why would
Here
you
we
do
go.
that?
Last week,
There you go.
You made him
last
angry now.
week, I know I hit rock bottom with you. You were ready. You were ready to leave. You wanting nothing to do with me last week. You showed me no respect last week.
No. You showed no respect.
You're right. You're right. I agree, and I apologize, and it will never happen again. But we are. But
That was a really
that-
big butt.
You really were.
Apologies should never have a butt in them.
No, but you wouldn't. You
Let
were,
alone a large one.
I listen to the whole show. I go up to Great Adventure with her 5 nights a week now. I have an hour and a half coming home. I can listen to it. I can listen to when Bobby
Great
Lacerda.
adventure where you're part of the fun.
Where
There's something for everyone.
Yes, Bobby Lacerda. I can tell you, he started the show. He just threw us on. Didn't count us down. We fucked up from the beginning. I was drunk off
When?
Clearly.
last week.
So
Last
that's
week.
the reason for the.
No, listen. You want to get off on a good note when you're trying to entertain people for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes.
Tell me, give me the guidelines of how to really get off on a good
Listen,
foot.
when I know what I did.
I
Was,
think part one is you go and drink an entire bottle of Tullamore Dew.
Exactly.
Okay, starting at 2 p.m. that day.
at Jim Sever's house.
And then sometime, don't blame Jim Sever for this.
I'm not.
And then sometime around 9:15 or so, you show up to
To
your
a
show.
top-rated podcast.
To a top-rated podcast.
One of Paradise Studios' top podcast. Video. I'm sorry, not audio. You know, we're in the middle.
And you show up
Fucking
with
bullshit.
another unopened bottle of Tullamore Dew.
Correct. Which
You
is in the
realize
freezer,
that?
Which is in the freezer.
Oh, it's in the freezer.
Yes, it's in the freezer in the back. So if I
Okay.
want to take a shot and continue on, I could, but I'm not going to.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yes. Good judgment.
And I listened to the entire show. You must have ignored me about 15 to 20 times.
Thank God.
That's it?
Yeah, dude, you ignored me.
I think it was more than
when
that.
I would talk to you, you'd keep talking to Larry Izzo without even acknowledging I'm to your right.
This is how to deal with a drunk 101. You ignore them.
Yeah, but I'm your co-host.
The man did own a bar.
But I'm the co-host of this show. It is originally Limo Talk with Graz, now Limo Talk.
Oh,
with,
and by the way, you had to bring that up.
I know.
Right? You had to bring that up.
I was-
Like, you needed them to know that it used to be Limo Talk with Graz.
Yes.
That was the most insecure
Why,
moment.
yeah, right, exactly. Why do you have to say
dude,
that?
I have moments of insecurity. What's the fucking problem?
It used to be Limo Talk with Graz, but they didn't like it. I mean,
It's a big problem.
Okay. You listening to this? I like
Why
this.
would you say that?
I said that
it was
last
a-
week.
I was like, what the fuck?
Well, because you know you were basically just like, who are you? You were like not even look. You wouldn't look at me. You wouldn't talk to me.
It's like you don't make eye contact with the homeless nut, right? That's what you don't. You don't. When you go down to the subway and the homeless nut is there, you ignore him.
And he just sat there. This one sat there and just made faces the entire night.
What do you
Like,
mean?
You know, faces all night. It was like this,
Well,
like shocking about how.
well,
I'm
the stuff
acting.
that was coming. Were you? I was reacting to the things that were coming out of your mouth.
Come on.
I mean, what was I supposed to do? Act like I didn't hear it? I'm listening to some pretty aggressive language.
I apologize to Noreen. We're friends again.
It's fine. It's fine with me. I'm not Noreen. But I felt bad for Noreen.
What did Larry say
It's a
to
little
you?
cringy.
What did Larry say to you? Honestly.
Words like "never again" came out of his mouth.
Never again.
Hey, he's coming on September 14th. He's one
Yeah,
of the acts.
He realized early on that if he said no to that it was going to be an attack. So he decided to just say yes and then just change his phone number.
He hasn't changed his phone number.
As far as you know.
Not that you're aware of.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm reading something.
And can I ask you what you're reading?
Uh-huh. You can ask.
You can certainly ask.
Are you going to tell me what you're reading?
Why? You're on your phone the whole fucking show.
I am not. I am not.
You are on your phone.
If I don't go on the show, if I don't share the show all over, we have one listener, Vinny, in the back, the intern, and maybe
That's
Bobby
it?
Lacera. Two, man.
We got 71 more here. We
I
went
know.
from 9 to 31 to 71.
I know. I'm not really that worried.
No, I'm just saying.
God.
Charlie LaRosa checking in. You got Greg DiFilippo on, and of course the ever-talented Taz, the resident artist, joining in as well.
Hey, Greg, I think you should start sharing the show.
Well, anyway, I asked you last week what "do" stood for in "Tell 'em What Do," but you were so incoherent. You had no
What does do and tell him more do?
Something like Daniel Edward Williams.
You're right. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
You answer a question properly,
He's going to
correctly,
be. He's gonna, right.
and he runs away.
He runs away.
But
La-
anyway,
ladies
so,
and gentlemen, Graz is not off tonight,
yeah,
but he did just take a break.
Yeah.
So this is not an
Substituting-
illusion on your TV.
Substituting for the not yet drunk Anthony Grazade.
Woof, that looks chilly.
Tell him what do.
Wow.
Tell him more. Tell him more. Tell him what do.
And what's the...
It's like Dan Williams. Dan Williams.
Mm.
Oh, let's look at
What's
the
that?
frosty bottle.
Actually looks pretty good, that frosty bottle.
It does look good.
It
Shot?
looks really good, actually.
Want a shot?
Ice cold. I feel like I'm at the bar now.
Here we go. We got an hour. Boy, those guys are all... Rich?
Good.
Rich?
I'll take a little sip.
Tell them more. Tell them more. Tell them more. I can tell the people at City Field that I've done more to promote Tullamore Dew than they've done over at the beer garden.
Absolutely. Bobby Lucero, do you want a shot at Tullamore Dew?
By the way, it is top 9.
Vinny, you want a shot?
At Yankee Stadium against the Dodgers. Yankees up 6-4.
Okay.
Top 9.
So the Mets won today.
Yes.
Incredibly.
What a
Did you see that
wild game.
that
No,
is-
I was working.
Dude,
I watched the last. Oh, I watched most of that game. I mean, let me say the first thing I thought was great about it, and my son agreed. Getting up on a Sunday morning,
at 10 o'clock. in the
grabbing a
morning.
cup of coffee.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Sitting down at 10 o'clock on the couch and watching a live MLB game, I thought was the greatest thing. I really did. It was like Sunday morning, just hanging out. It doesn't always happen. You never see a baseball game on, live, whatever,
Actually,
at 10 a.m.
you'd see.
I thought it was great.
I didn't do anything.
And a wild.
They had 109,000 people in 2 days, 54,500 on
Yeah.
both games.
A lot of Met fans. Loyal listener to the show, friend of the show, Blind Jim, in London with his daughter
To see-
for the
listen
games
to the game.
because he wanted to see the Mets
Well,
in London.
Sarah
See?
Sarah and him, he went down with his daughter
Yes.
to London to hang out. I think there's a TikTok.
They went
you
for
s-
they
you
went for
said-
like a week.
You said there's a TikTok
There
video
is
of him dancing. Is
There's
that
a
correct?
TikTok of him in London with his Met jersey,
His
kind
mother,
of
his
doing
daughter?
a TikTok with his daughter.
So
yeah.
his daughter told him she's taking him to London. She took him to a flight simulator for 12 hours.
What did I say? I told you.
He said Bobby's going to say, then you brought, she
go,
brought him to Des Moines, Iowa. he goes,
To a baseball game in Iowa.
He's watching the Durham Bulls.
that's what he said.
I go, Bobby's going to be all over this.
I mean, you got to be kidding me.
No.
No,
Swear-
it's just an experience.
Swear to God.
He's a huge
They're
Mets
there for
fan.
they went for the whole week. The two
Yeah,
of them.
there's going to be a little turbulence. Okay.
Jim would love this.
First words out of his mouth. He goes, yeah, he's going to Des Moines, Iowa. That's what Bobby's going to say.
God,
Fucking,
I'm so, I just got to collect. I don't want all the money, but just give me like 3,000 towards the ticket.
Poor Sam. Now she's stealing money.
he's got to stealing money, bringing
Taking
it to Des Moines,
advantage of a
bringing it to the Durham Bulls game, fucking putting it in a shake.
Why did they
shack.
say hit the bull, win a steak? No, it's nothing to do with it. Let's go Mets.
Is there a train outside of Wembley
Yeah.
in the outfield?
Oh man.
I tell you that what they were saying about what they had to do.
She paid 20 people to talk with a British accent all day.
It still made out.
Still made money.
Yeah, Server Killians.
She cleared 2,200.
That is great.
They're like, how you doing? How you doing, mate?
Here's the blind Jim in Des Moines, Iowa. Holy shit. That's great. Cheers.
Yeah, they put over the PA. Would you do us a favor? My father's at the game. He would like if you could make the ball beep as throughout the course of the game.
It just brings back memories for him. That is so
That's
fucking
great. Yep. Spending a whole week over in London watching the Mets.
Well,
Love it.
actually, Dr. Lawrence Sherman, one of our loyal listeners, texted me and said, could you please mention that I'm going down there with my boys? So he went down to London with his 2 children. He said he had a blast. He said he was treated really cool. The games were great.
What a wild game
Yeah, but-
today.
So tell him what happened. And so the Mets are losing 4-3, correct?
Mets
I know
were,
they tied it up in the
yes.
They were losing 4-3. They tied it up.
They put up a 4 spot.
Yeah, they were winning 6-4.
in the top of the night, but
6-4.
on a hit by pitch.
Yeah, Alonso
on,
got hit by a pitch. Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
that's a Met rally.
Yeah. That's exactly what Zach Gelb was saying on FAN. It was like a typical Met rally.
Yes.
You know,
It was.
a sacrifice fly, a hit by a pitch, a
Pass
walk.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lindor did shit. He did shit.
What's his?
Over 5.
Yeah. So anyway, it's 6-4. Now it's Harper gets up, makes it 6-5 with a single, correct?
Correct.
So now there's bases loaded, right?
Yep.
Go.
Bases loaded. 1 out.
There was 1 out.
Right.
Yep.
Bases loaded. 1 out. 6-5 now.
Castellanos is coming.
Castellanos is up. 6-5. He grounds the ball to
Garrett.
No. Right in front of
right-
the fucking dirt, in front of the home plate. Like
Like,
here's home plate.
I know, I'm
The
trying
ball
to
went like right
describe it.
here. Like right in front of him.
Not like a swing and bump, but kind of
You know,
went
I
down
saw
and
a
just.
video of this, a similar play yesterday, and they said it was the most bizarre play. The ball that was, they said they never seen a ball swung on and hit so short.
This was a 2-2-3 double play to end the game. Catcher comes out in front of the plate, grabs the ball, comes back, steps on home, kind of tweaks his ankle a little bit when he does it, throws down to first, not in the dirt, but Alonso had his glove basically on the dirt, right in the glove, double play, game ends 6-5, Mets win. Wild finish to the game.
Never seen a play like that.
No, I never see it. This was like, and you know what it is too? Like, it's one of those things like when you're watching a game and like just something like that happens like really quick and you're like, holy crap, the game's over.
Should come on. Coming on, right? Don't worry.
Your video will play after this ad.
Shortly.
Just play it. He goes.
It is a wild
He goes
play.
back, steps on home plate, and throws the ball barely getting past Castellanos, and Alonso.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Alonso made a great catch. That was
He made a very good catch. He didn't have to pick it, but he made a nice catch.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I'm glad they won a game.
Well,
It's a long season.
Well, listen, it's not as long as of a flight back to New York by winning the game like
so you
that.
think nothing? You think nothing of this? Eight under, only 3.5
Well-
out, wild card, spark here.
No,
Nobody.
Bobby doesn't put any value on the wild card. If you make the wild card,
Wild
it's
card
like
is like
right.
what?
It is. It's like, okay, you can make it. But listen, you're playing within the rules that are put in front of you.
If you finish under 500, to me, you should be disqualified from qualifying for anything.
Sorry to interrupt, but Yankees win.
Did they?
6-4.
Yankees win! Win! Well, I was listening to Susan.
Where
with
is
the
the
new
great
announcer.
Sean Sterling? He
I don't
just
know.
disappeared after
He did.
retirement.
There's something
now.
wrong, I think.
I know, and
But he just
I'm
suddenly
really
begged out completely. And said,
I think about him a lot, like because he was just like ripped away. You know what I mean?
I never criticized anybody more than I have John
bothered
Sterling.
Oh, you hated
It's
it.
bothered me.
I
And now
loved
I
him.
miss him.
Yes,
Me too.
I knew it.
I miss him.
I told you. And you know what? I don't think
I do.
I don't think he's
It keeps
sick.
coming back, the feeling. I'm not, this happened at the beginning of the season.
I think it's going to be more of a long-term thing because FAN is playing like his voice,
I know, they
telling
still play
people to
reg-
use the new number. They have a new number now, so they're using his voice as the new number. And they just had him back 2 weeks ago to do a Saturday show for 3 hours.
Well, it's like Mike Francesa's still on some commercials for FAN.
All right, so let me Althea from the DNA show before us. Love you, Aunt. Hi, Bobby and Richie. Kevin Epstein says, I did see the ninth inning going back and forth. Greg D. Flopper says, I'm in the kitchen counting the bubbles in my dishwasher. Charles LaRosa said,
Wait, what?
yeah, I don't know.
Counting the bubbles.
Charles
in
LaRosa
his-
says, you only rent Telemardu. Kevin Epstein says, I was watching the tennis. It was more exciting at the same time than the Met game. Joe Kayak says hello. He says, do you need a bathroom
Hello,
break,
Joe.
Raz? And LaRosa says, what's up, guys? Island strong.
You know what?
You.
That's the first time I've ever tasted Telemardu.
And?
Ain't that good?
No, I liked it.
It's like an Irish whiskey flavor. I mean, it's definitely, you got to have that in your head already, but I think it's good.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Huh?
Cheers to Bobby Lucera.
We're drinking to you, Bob.
To Vinny.
We love Bobby.
To our boy Vinny.
To the new intern.
Oh, sure. Dude.
Will be okay if I just watch you guys and smoke?
Top notch.
Fine by me, Bobby.
Top notch. All right.
I just
so-
want to
so-
sit here and smoke a doobie and
so,
watch you
I mean,
guys.
listen, that's a 3-back. I mean, you only have, it's not even half the season. You got a little more than a third. 40% of the season is gone. You got 60% left.
I think they got a chance. He thinks,
I don't, listen,
I'm trying to pay off my bet for
Look,
I don't think-
for wherever we're going, and then I'll bet again because I think they're going to make the playoffs again, or at least got a chance at the end.
if they make the playoffs, the league really sucks.
Why do you say that?
Because it's real. This is what I'm thinking. It's what I feel like. The league
But
sucks.
you've watched them. You see what they're playing the Miami Marlins and they're playing San Diego. There's a good chance they can go 5-1, 4-2. So now there's 6 games.
That's like saying there's 162 games. There's a good chance they can go 162-0. I mean, they're not beating anybody lately.
Yeah, but what do you think? You
Well, they
think
beat I think in the last, I think it's a different story in the last 3 weeks. There's been a lot of consistency. There's been a lot of hitting,
8
a lot
games
of runs
under 500
scored, a
is
lot of
horrible.
Oh, listen, that is horrible. Okay, but you're 40% through the season.
and your
so,
bullpen sucks because
I would
Diaz.
not. I would not
so-
bet that they're not going to make the playoffs. I wouldn't make that bet today. That the Mets weren't going to today. Now, a couple weeks from now, maybe I might change my mind. But
Why,
right now,
because you got to see them further away in the standings. They're not that good.
no, I got to see. Well, who else is good?
That might be the problem.
Well, okay, but that
But
that
you're
plays
looking
into
at-
whether or
first
not
of all,
they're going to make
you
the
got
playoffs.
dominant teams. You realize there's only like 7 teams in all of the major leagues that have an over 500 record.
Listen, who's the dominant teams right now?
Yankees.
Hold
The Yankees, the Dodgers,
Hold on,
the
I'm gonna give you
Braves,
that.
the Braves, the Phillies,
And the Baltimore Orioles.
and the Kansas City Royals happen to be pretty good right now,
Guardians.
and the Guardians happen to be good. There's your 7 top teams.
That's what it was.
Okay. Why can't the Mets be in that middle program, get in, and you never know what could happen? They'll be
There are
like,
9 teams above 500
Well,
right
it's
now.
they've got to jump over 7
9
teams to get into. They got to jump over 7 teams to get in their wild card.
Mets right now have to 7 teams.
Yes. At least 7 teams. to
3,
get.
One
6,
thing I've always
yes,
known.
7 teams.
A big number, a big thing
But-
is how many teams do you have to pass to get
That's
there?
what I just said.
Right.
7.
But those 7 teams
If
are
there was
between
only
0
2
games back and 3 games back.
It's like saying they're going to lose out the rest of the year, the rest of these teams. They're not.
It's very tight.
Yeah, but you're going to have nights where they all lose and you win. And
They all lose.
you don't think so?
This ain't 1973 where magic is happening. First of all, you looking at that whole lineup. You got McNeil. What the fuck happened to him? All right. Nimmo, 220. What's going on with him? You know,
McNeil had
it's
a
not-
big-
this is not playoff caliber baseball.
McNeil had a big hit today.
One big hit a week.
I'm
a
just
month?
saying. I
What?
mean, well, in the last 3 weeks, month, like I'm saying,
Vientos
I think the
looks
Mets
pretty
have
good.
actually shown
Yeah, and the problem with
some life.
Vientos was we probably fucked him up because we threw him down to the minors
Why?
twice.
He's hitting 320.
No, but we kind of like, if I was him, I'd be like, F you. You threw me down to the minors
F you.
twice.
Well,
They
F
gave him-
you.
they gave him a job in the major
No,
leagues.
I was going to say, what are you fucking kidding me? Guys would fucking
do they owe
cut
him?
off their right arm to fucking
But
be
he was
where is.
producing before that when they set him down. He shouldn't have went down.
He's got no position. That's his problem.
Well, now he does. Now he's your third baseman.
Okay, good. Beatty
Was
I
a
don't
great
know.
third baseman defensively. Offensively,
Who?
he wasn't that good. Beatty was getting really good defensively.
Yeah.
He was in the top 3%. That's what they. I listen to all these guys.
Right. So they throw a number out and you just repeat it.
No, I don't repeat it. I watch it. I knew that.
Where is he?
So
in the
he
top
watches
3%?
and repeats.
First of all, 3%.
Wait, what
top
does that mean?
guys in the if you look up
3%.
his fielding, he's in the top percentage of the guys. Top 3 or 4 guys.
Catching
Remember something?
percentage?
Third base, yes.
Let me
Third
just
base.
put something out there for you. Ed Kranepool every year was in the top of the list as fielding percentage because he didn't get to anything. All right, so every ball hit right at him, he fielded cleanly. Nice job. Beatty does go to his left pretty good now. He
Hold
does.
on. Beatty is second.
Told you.
What's the point of that?
That he was a
well-
good defensive third baseman. He wasn't hitting. That's the point.
Jordan Westberg of Baltimore is ahead of him.
That means look at all the outs he got for us without any
So
problems.
he's played 30 games. He's the best third baseman in
I didn't
baseball.
say
He has a-
that.
He has a 983 fielding
I
percentage.
don't care.
Well, but these stats matter, Bob.
They don't matter.
Come on.
It's a skewed number from the beginning. He's
Why
not
is that skewed from a defensive position
has no
as a
range.
third base?
Beatty's got no range.
Well,
No
if the
range.
ball's not hit where he needs range, what does it matter? He's got a
Let me see him go
983.
to the right down the line. Vientos is better at that.
How many balls are actually hit down the line?
None. 0. 3%.
Great answer. No, seriously.
Look, if you want to think he's a great third baseman, go right ahead.
I didn't say that.
You just did.
I said I think Vientos could be pissed that he wasn't.
Why would Vientos be pissed? He should be praising God that he's got a job at the major leagues.
And
Get outta
AAA.
here.
There's a lot of guys in Double-A that would love to be Vientos.
He's not a great fielder. He's not. And you put him at first base. Wow. You ever seen him there?
Vientos plays where?
He plays first and third. Well, he plays third. Is he in the top 3% too?
Of first baseman?
No, he's not. He's played like 5 games there his whole life.
All right. So.
Shared the show to a couple.
Bryce Harper is second, actually.
At first.
At first.
He's actually a very good first baseman.
He's become
Harper.
good, but he's also not the top in the top 5.
He just said he's the number 2.
That's
number 2.
Because your rankings, you're just going to go with it.
This is
But Bob,
season.
Bill Buckner was
Hold
the
on.
fucking
This is
great
year
first.
to date this season.
Yeah.
That's what I'm giving you.
You guys just love numbers. It's just like
Oh,
But it's
I'm
numbers
just saying what it
but
is.
his numbers is, come on now, that's analytics. That's why you don't like it. But some of it's true.
But this isn't analytics. Come on, this is fielding percentage on a
fielding percentage is very
in the first
subjective.
40-something games.
Very subjective. You got to have range.
This isn't
First of all,
next level stats
Errors
here.
are made by guys who take chances. Errors are made by guys
Harper
who
takes
also-
chances all the time.
I'm not talking about Bryce Harper. I think he's excellent first baseman.
I think Alonso takes a lot of chances. I actually think Alonso's a very good first baseman.
Pete
Where's
Alonso is 7th.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good.
They
first
told him
baseman.
he's and I think you're wrong. I think he's
I don't
done
think
a pretty
he's a bad first
I think
baseman.
he's done a pretty damn good job. And a lot of people have been saying that his defense is better than his offense.
He's 7th with a 996 fielding percentage. How about that? He's 7th with 996.
You guys are delusional.
I'm just saying.
Oh God! I shared the show all
Why
over the
am I
place.
delusional? That's a
Because
real
you
stat.
you just look at numbers. I'm telling you, Ed Kranepool used to be the top ranked first baseman every year.
Okay.
Got no range. You got nothing.
But he fielded the ball.
Ground
he
ball,
fielded
good.
his
Eddie
position.
got it. Steady Eddie got it. That's not he was never ever considered a great first baseman.
See, now you would have to go to next level stats to find out how many balls actually got by him that they think he could have gotten.
Oh please.
No, seriously, there's stats for that.
I'm grateful.
I don't know what there is, but if you knew that, then your argument would be better.
I know what I see. Okay, I don't need his numbers. I don't need anything. I'm telling you, Pete Alonso's a weak first baseman. Very weak, very unskilled first baseman. Has no smoothness to his game at all. He's just
Well, his nickname is the polar bear. They're not very smooth.
no.
They're a little clunky. Hopping around on the icebergs.
I know what I'm looking at, and I don't see greatness here. I don't see Beatty good. He's all right, and I don't see Pete Alonso as
Who do you want me
more
to
than
look up?
adequate.
No, I want to thank a couple of groups. The Internet Radio Group, Hit the Post, nationwide radio shows, Seniors on Long Island, Franklin Square and Garden City Business Director, LA Alternative Comedy and Dope Podcast Friends. I grew up in Brooklyn, and Strong Island Entertainment all approved us being on the air right now with them. So we're on the air. Variety Shows New York in Manhattan is also showing us right now.
What are your thoughts on Harrison Bader as a fielder?
Excellent.
Excellent.
He's a very good fielder.
Very good fielder.
Yep.
17th.
Of course he is, because you're going by numbers that are useless. Useless numbers. I know what my
85.
eyes tell me. The guy's an excellent fielder.
You know what's funny? He has now gone the opposite against every one of these stats.
You don't think he's a good outfielder?
He said terrible for all the good. I thought Bader is a good outfielder.
He's an excellent
I like him
outfielder.
as an outfielder.
So what has he done wrong? Has he made a bad throw that gave him an error? Has he overthrown third base?
He He has 2 errors.
2 errors for the whole year. What did he do wrong?
He has 1 assist.
What did he do wrong?
I don't know.
Assists are
Doesn't
also
give me that.
subjective.
Who's the
too.
top outfielders right now? I'm sorry, you might have said it
Assists
already.
are also subjective.
You got to give me position.
Oh my God.
I
Assists
know
are
that-
also
I know that's subjective.
If you don't have a great relay team, you're not getting
Of
an out.
course.
You're not throwing anybody out.
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't rank it by that. I was ranking it by fielding percentage.
Errors.
Yeah, by errors.
So he's got what? 2 errors for the year. He's
got 2 errors
Puts
for
him
the
at
year.
17.
Julio Rodriguez for Seattle actually has 3 errors. How about that?
Sucks. Bum. 20th.
Not a good outfielder?
Bum. Not according to you. He's great. He's got problems.
He's got, according to the stats, he's got problems.
No, stats mean nothing.
I didn't say he was a bad outfielder.
Numbers don't always tell the story.
That is very true, especially in baseball.
Keith Hernandez used to make phenomenal plays at first base. He'd go deep in the hole. He'd flip the ball to first base. He'd flip the ball to the pitcher covering, throw the ball maybe once behind the guy. Gets an error. Where a guy never would, any other first baseman doesn't even make the play.
Who's the best first baseman right now in baseball? That
tough
you?
call.
Why is that a tough call? You watch a lot of these
It is
guys.
tough. Are you saying
Freddie
all
Fre-
around?
All around.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Big book.
Freddie Freeman?
I couldn't tell you who's the best right now. I know who's not that great. I know that Anthony Rizzo is a very good first baseman. He might be having a hard time right now, but he's a very good first baseman. That's a real fielder.
He's definitely a very good defensive first baseman. Freddie Freeman.
I don't care if he's got
I like
four.
Freddie Freeman.
You could have a bad day. You wake up on the wrong side of the bed one day. You make 3 errors. Now you're 22nd in the whole fucking league in fielding percentage
Because of one game.
Because you suck. So you suck. Come on. Let's rank Pete Alonso ahead of him. Get out of here. Pete Alonso's not that good at first baseman. I'm sorry.
So now, would you go by?
Baseball talk.
I go by my eyes.
No, yeah, but I mean, some guys you can't see. Like,
But you get to witness these guys play how many games? How many games? A lot, right?
well, he works at Citi Field.
I understand
I
that.
also watch every game.
Who's the most underrated Met right now?
Underrated?
Yeah.
That's hard to say because there's everybody on the Mets is overrated.
Come on. There's got to be a couple guys. I think Turner, not Turner. What's the kid? Yeah, the kid that's been playing the outfield. So that's his name, Turner. He's a pretty
For the
good-
Mets?
Yeah, for the Mets. He's been pretty good. He's been.
I thought it was Stewart.
And
DJ Stewart?
No, it's the other guy that's playing with him. I think Torrens has been playing a great catcher. I think Nito's in trouble. I think Torrens is now your backup catcher to Alvarez.
He's going to be a star one day.
No, I didn't say star. What is up with you? Why
The
can't
point is, this team ain't that good. You're trying to promote something that's not there. This is Duffy Dyer here. You know, I mean, what are you kidding me?
Who's the best player on the Mets right now?
No, it's hard to say.
Francisco
Oh,
Lindor?
give me somebody.
No, he's not.
He's the most consistent.
He's hitting 225.
He's still
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's still going to be, at the end of the year, he'll be a
He happens to be a very good glove.
and I think his bat will make a resurgence.
All right. Well, right now it's not there.
He's like, you can't even.
So then, who's the best player?
Yeah.
In your opinion, right now on the Mets? Pitcher, position,
Catcher.
anybody.
So much for my. I'm not gonna.
Give me somebody.
There is nobody I'm going to heap praise on that team.
Not
Nobody.
one guy that you're
Come
like,
on,
wow.
one. There's got to be somebody who's even at the top of the shit heap. Who is it?
The only one I'll give credit for playing as hard as he can at all times and doing what he can is Nimmo. The rest of them, Marte's way overrated.
He dropped a fly ball in London that cost him 4 runs.
He's
cost him
way overrated.
Cost him the whole game.
But he's rated third in the right fielders in the National
Hold
League.
on.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
just kidding.
Hold
I have
on.
no
I'm
idea.
going
gonna check.
I'm going to tell you.
Dude, I get it. You're soured on him right now. I get it. It's all good.
Soured.
I'll be honest with
I
you.
think he's
He
past
hasn't
sour.
He hasn't set
the
a,
best
he hasn't
bat
set
in the lineup right now is Vientos.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
And that's sad because he hasn't played the whole season because they put him down in my
Marte is 13th.
13. So he's
2
ahead.
errors.
He's ahead of Harrison Bader.
But 5 assists.
But he's ahead of Harrison Bader. So if you were starting a team tomorrow and just going defense, you'd have to pick Marte over Bader, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And he's made 2 double plays. He's got 84 putouts. How's that possible?
So what do you think about going
Let me
up?
also throw another
Here we
little
go.
fact and figure for you.
I was going to change it, but go
Rusty Staub
Okay.
used to have a lot of outfield assists, right? So
Yep.
he was rated high as an outfielder, as a right fielder. He was not a very good fielder. But do you know why he had the chance to make those outfield assists?
ahead. No.
Because everybody knew he was slow and would run on him.
But he had a good arm.
Great arm.
Okay.
Didn't make him the best outfielder. Nobody ever accused him of being the best outfielder in baseball, but his fielding percentage was really good. You can't look at that.
How about that congestion pricing?
Thank God they're dumping that.
Dude.
Yeah.
You know what that is? That's a political move. Completely.
She's
Completely.
up for re-election in 2 years, and she got it from every single major union in Manhattan.
Let me tell you something. When you put something out there like she did with that, and then take it away, and then say, "Look, that she wants to look like a hero," it was her idea to begin
I was gonna
with.
say,
No,
you
it
look
was
like an
Andrew
ass.
Cuomo's.
I don't care. She went with it.
She did go with it, and
She did go
Andrew
with it.
Cuomo.
She was all for it.
And Andrew Cuomo turned to her recently in the last few months and said, "Don't do this. You're going to kill New York." She would have killed us.
It's already dead.
But she would have killed us, dude. That amount of money, it sounds like not a lot. 15 here, this and that. It's a lot of money. She would have killed and she had every single union.
Listen, it just shows you how much they don't know what the hell they're doing.
But every single
Because
union
she
went
was
up
for
against
that
her.
5 minutes ago, and then all of a sudden, we're going to pump the brakes on it because we don't want to hurt New Yorkers that are struggling already. Oh, really? Well, how about stop driving business out of New York and stop driving people out of New York, and then maybe you can kind of save this once great state.
Oh, I think that's a start. She started. That's a
No,
start.
that's not a start.
She's got.
That's a political move. It's not a
was all
start.
political.
It's not a conscious effort
was
to
done-
help people.
it was-
That's what it isn't.
If they
It
thought
isn't.
this was the right thing to do to eliminate congestion on the streets of New York, and that it was necessary, and that was the whole argument about it, to suddenly turn your back on it just for votes, that means you never believed in it to begin with.
Right. You're like a total ass.
Now, what happens to her now? She's up for re-election for 2
She'll
years.
get reelected because morons live in New York.
There you go.
So again,
Idiots will vote for her.
does that make her the best candidate?
No.
She doesn't have the best stats, I'll tell you that.
Don't have the stats.
She's not a good ball player.
3%. It's not there.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely not there in the 3%.
She's not in your top-
She's not in the top
she's
3.
not top-
Where did he come up with 3%?
I have no fucking idea. It's
Right?
retarded.
Top 3%.
There are 30.
I heard top 1%.
There are 30%. There are 30 Major League Baseball teams. So how many? We're talking about 3% of
3% of 30?
Third baseman.
It's top
So
9. It's
3%
top 10. It's top 10. It's
3%.
3% of is.
Now you got him thinking.
1 out of 30 is what?
So top 3.
30 teams, 10% is 3.
I did say he was top 3, and I was right. Did I say that? I said top
3%.
3.
He's in the top 3%. He said.
Yes.
And he was, because he was number 2, correct?
3%. You better have a million
correct.
people when you're talking top 3%.
Okay, but I was right.
Technically.
Lou Ferriella's giving me the finger saying hello.
Checking in, saying
Checking
hello.
in, saying hello with his finger. Thanks, Lou.
Lou,
I,
how'd the boys do tonight, Lou?
I got a story for you, Lou, later.
Oh, boy.
Should we get into that subject about last night?
I want to know if Cole's team brought home the championship today.
Longhorns?
Yes.
They'll tell us in a second.
Curious.
Chris
I'm sure
Smith-
he will.
Chris Smith saying hello.
Actually, I could check for myself.
Hold on. He said, kick the music down a bit. Greg DiFilippo. Just a tad bit. It's overpowering, you guys.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you, Greg.
We appreciate it. Only love, Greg.
Oh.
So Gatto's here for the Lou Gatto's in for the 14th of September. Blind Jim, Mikey LaGerfo, Greg DiFilippo supposedly coming down from Florida.
Michael LaGerfo's coming down to do a
Most people
set.
say coming up.
Coming up. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Not that we're really going down or up when we go someplace down south.
Lou said they lost in 9 innings, went to California rules.
Oh,
What's the California rules?
that's
California
why he
rules
put a
is
runner
man
on
on second.
second.
Man on second.
Like the MLB extra innings. Oh,
California rules is a run around second.
That's awful.
Sometimes California rules actually consist of putting the bases loaded.
you played a whole weekend in a tournament to have it come down to California rules.
Who'd you lose to, Lou? Can I ask, please? So that's the Longhorns. So who do you think they lost to? Maybe the Titans,
Bases loaded, 1 out.
right? How's
Wow.
your program? How's your program, Valley Stream Hawks doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. How many teams you running?
We're doing 5 now. But I got like the 10U team just beat the Brooklyn Bonnies in a doubleheader. So my friend Tony, who's running that team,
Brooklyn
was
Bonnies.
pretty
Yeah.
That's
happy.
over by Starrett City, right? The field is over by Starrett City, I think, off the Belt Park.
Where'd they play?
I don't even know what field they played on. No, they played over in Queens at Frella.
Lost to the Beast. Lou said they lost to the Beast, the Longhorns. It's either the Beast.
That's the team from Baseball Heaven.
Yeah. Legacy
Steel.
Lasorda
Steel
Park.
and the Beast. I know somebody who's just telling me they were on the Beast. Kid was just telling me. I forgot who the hell it was.
Well, 10 of the Green Dogs, the Farmingdale Green Dogs, were on the county championship team. One of the fathers, I won't mention his name, we just happened to be talking about travel. And he says to me, the best time of my life was the Green Dogs. 'Cause you guys were like a family. You cared about it. Because I was on the subject of how another travel team, how one of his son had pitched over 100 pitches, and they could give a fuck about his arm and everything else. So I turned to him and I said, how you cared about us so much. Would you have done it again? He goes, I would have never left the Green Dogs. He went to where'd they go to?
This is a classic, typical story.
Yeah, they went
People
to
who run to these greener pastures of where it's costing them
Francisco. They went
five
to
times as much.
Right.
Because
can't
they
wait.
think it's going to get their kids streamlined into the major leagues.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't happening. There's a kid that you played when I was
right.
playing. When I was playing in Dreams Park, not Dreams Park. We were in All Star Village in 2015.
Okay.
There was a kid on this team. I forgot what state they were from. I think they were from California. His name is Rock Riggio.
Rock Riggio.
Wow.
Riggio.
Wow. That's a great. That's a great movie
I said
name.
right away, classic, perfect
Right.
name for a baseball player.
Rock
He
Riggio.
was electric, the kid, little Italian kid, whatever. Anyway, everybody was gravitating towards him. Actually, 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds were asking for his autograph because he hit 14 home runs that week
In Cooperstown.
in Cooperstown. 14 home runs, and then he pitched the
This is that
championship game.
the baseball world one.
No, this is
Oh.
All Star Village. It's 12-year-olds, 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He has a phenomenal week. He pitches the championship game. I think he ended up losing, but he pitched pretty well. He's a good pitcher. Played short, pitched, and he was a phenomenal hitter, lefty hitter. Right? So I looked him up. He's with the Yankees now. He's in the Yankees minor league
See?
system.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's awesome.
Right.
He played with his friends all these years.
All those years.
But then he went away to college. I think he played for UCLA or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're good, they find you.
They find you. You
Right.
keep telling. That's how. Dude, I even told Jordan Welch, who happens to be the number one uncommitted kid on Long Island right now. He's uncommitted, and he's the number one prospect from Access Sports. I even said to them, I go, they're going to find you. They're going to know where you are. And I said to him, you probably would have been better off staying with a town team because we would have been so dominant and we would have won these tournaments that the Beast should have won or the Titans should have won. And then all of a sudden your town
This is
team,
what I tell my kids.
the Green Dogs win. I mean, I think that would have been
That's what I
better.
tell my kids all the time. You can use this is your psychology. I go, listen to me, folks. It really doesn't get you that far winning a championship on the Titans. What gets you far is being on the team that beats the Titans.
Yeah.
That's because everyone goes, who the fuck are those guys?
Right.
Who's the fucking stupid
Who's that
town
guy?
team from Farmingdale
These
that
guys
just
had no
beat the
business beating
Thank
the
you.
Titans.
Thank you.
And we win. When
true.
my Hawks team would win, and people would be like, who the fuck? Yeah.
The Green Dogs, they'd be like, who the
They
fuck
used to
is
say
this
that
stupid
all the time. Who the hell are the Green Dogs?
Jordan said was in front of
know.
everybody.
We just beat you.
during the
That's
during
who
the
we are.
awards dinner.
Yeah.
And Jordan said in his speech, he goes, "I'll always remember one thing." He was staring at us. We were all at the same table. He goes, "They used to call us a stupid town team. Who's this stupid town team that won
We
the
were
whole
called
thing?
that.
They
We
won
were
the
called
whole
town
thing.
team.
Won the whole thing."
Yep.
That's awesome. That in itself, I think, makes it. And you're spending a whole lot less money,
Fraction.
a fraction of the
Yep.
cost.
I mean, we used to charge per season $250 a season. I'm still charging the same thing.
That's a week of training for Titans.
Right?
Yeah.
I go, you guys go out and spend $3,000, and when your son doesn't make
Three.
it, no, but I'm
You'd be
saying
lucky
this-
to
this
find a
is
team
then.
for 3,000
This
now.
is then.
Right.
I says you're paying $3,000 for the summer with, let's say, Storm or whatever the fuck it is, right? And we'll go to the Titans and pay $5,000, whatever it was at the time. And when it doesn't happen for you, you know what their answer is? And they told me this was their standard answer. Well, he didn't develop at the rate we thought he would.
That's
So
the
it puts
line.
it on the kid.
Yeah. Right.
So the onus is on the kid and not
Yeah.
the. Well,
Right, 'cause the kid
they're
didn't
actually
develop.
doing
And you
something.
can't get that money back.
No.
Well, they're actually doing something good in Farmingdale now. The Farmingdale baseball has an 18 and over team, correct?
yes.
Like John Pujols is running that team. Is that correct?
That he is.
Because I know that Jim Seber said that Patrick, who was
Pat-
Patrick, who's just on the championship team and is uncommitted right now, would like to continue playing, is going to play for the Farmingdale Green Dogs.
He was playing there today. It was at game one of the doubleheader.
See, I think that's great.
He was there today. So this team kind of started last year when kids went off to college and stopped playing high school ball. And a lot of very few of them played in college. The kids that just loved playing ball. They came back in the summer and said, hey, we want to put a team together. My buddy John put it together with his son and a bunch of kids that were all graduated in the last couple of years. And they wanted to do it again this year. and there's probably like 18 or 20 of them on the roster. They almost get like 2 squads a game because so many kids wanted to play. And who's got to work, who does it. I could only make one game. I can't make the second game. And these are all kids that have played together in, let's say, the Green Dog system, then ventured out for the last couple of years before they all played together in high school.
The Green Dog system.
Seriously. Well, they were in there from like 7 to 12 or 13.
Has nothing to do with that. Every time he takes a shot at that, tell him what to do. He goes like this. He goes.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it
Nah,
at all.
he doesn't like it.
It's like gasoline.
It is.
That's not
That's
that
how I
bad.
get
It's got
it. Now
some
you know why
flavor
I was
to
like
it.
that last
It's got a little
week.
bite to it, but it's got flavor at least.
I
So
know.
anyway, they
No
would go
more
there,
for you.
and all these kids played in high school together and whatever, and now they're playing in the summer. Most of them don't even play college ball, but they just love the game and love being around each other and playing, and they're out there in the Boys of Summer League playing in the college league. It's
Who's
like
on
a new
that team besides Sebs and
Oh
Pujols
God,
that I know?
that from Quaz was there today.
That's great. Michael Quaz.
Dunn.
Dude, Michael Quaz, Jake
Dennis Towers at
Dennis
first
These
today.
are all kids from the fucking championship counties. And I'm playing see, that's what it's about, dude. Don't tell John
It's
Pujols.
about-
Please don't stop that.
We'll never stop that. If these kids want to play, we'll give them a play. They play under our league with our insurance and
so
stuff.
great. So fucking great.
And listen, and another credit to this team. Last year, that team kicked in extra money for the league fees because, I mean, it's Boys of Summer. It's a little pricey, but it's still not.
I
It's only
played Boys of Summer.
Yeah, it's still only a few $100 for the summer to play.
And they're playing ball, right? Your
And
son's
they-
playing ball. You get to sit there and hang out and watch him. Like Christian, if Christian wasn't hurt, Christian would be playing with them.
They
probably.
made a very nice donation to our memorial scholarship for Vicky's thing last year.
Oh, and Brian May sent us.
It was like close to $1,500 they
much?
donated. They donated close to $1,500 that team
So
last
that
summer
means
to
we have to
Vicky's
beat them.
scholarship.
So I want to get 2,000. That was my goal for September 14th for the Vicky Vasquez Memorial Scholarship. I'd like to come up with 2,000. We've
we
already
just-
got 500. Brian May from BAC Systems in Farmingdale already donated $500.
Right.
So we're at 1,500 left.
Listen, we just had the senior awards at the high school on Tuesday night. We presented a check for $5,000 out of that scholarship to a high school senior.
I feel like I'm on the fucking Jerry Lewis telethon over here.
Well, listen, these are all good things that I love to talk about.
Oh, that's good. I would
I'm
like
just
to
saying. We're throwing numbers out there.
No, well, listen.
It's a good thing. We're
It's a
raising
good thing.
money. We want to raise money for those. Listen, you told me
These
no,
kids are benefiting.
that nobody would get involved, but I wanted to do something for the Valley Stream Scholarship Fund. But you told me no, so now we went for September.
What did you want to do for the Valley Stream?
Well, what I would like to do is raise the money and give half to Vicky Vasquez and half to the Valley Stream, so you had
You give
money
it all
come to the
Valley
scholarship.
Stream.
Yeah, we could have done all of it for Valley Stream, but you told me no.
No. You told me I had to bring all these people down.
No, we
I
don't
said,
need anybody.
That's
to
what you
come.
said. That's what you said. And I said that's.
I said.
Oh,
We
you
need
think I'm gonna
people-
turn down money?
We need the people to buy. We need the people to buy the pay-per-view that night. We don't need an audience. I've already got 20.
You think I would say like a moron sit there and go, no, we don't want any money from anything.
I said, then we'll raise, and whatever money we raise, most of it we'll do Vicky Vasquez.
No,
and we'll
no,
send
you don't have to do most of it to Vicky.
We're
We
gonna try to do
we
what
do
we
our
can,
fundraising throughout the year.
Point is, you told
I
me.
say spread it
you can
around.
look back. You told me we need you to bring these people down to the thing. I was like, they're not going to come down to MERS. They're not coming.
But we're not okay. But then you said no. I don't want to do
No,
it.
no.
There, that's what you did right there.
No, I said no. That's not true. I'm telling you, it's not true.
Okay, so then we'll.
Maybe there was a miscommunication during this conversation.
It's 3% of the information got lost.
That was an important 3%, though. You know, that's a very important 3%.
I don't know. I'm not.
Anyway, listen. The
I'm
point
not
of all
thrilled with
this
the
is
fucking tell them what to do.
there's so many people that are so eager to write out that check for like $5,000 and run to not walk, run to some of these organizations and hand it to them.
Well, that's nice. I mean, it's just a matter of, like, I got two local sponsors that I've always had support from. And one's Mitchell's, the restaurant,
The
in Valley
restaurant,
Stream,
yep.
and then Kona Pizzeria. They always give me money, but I don't really put that much effort anymore into doing it. I want the other people to start doing it, but they don't, or they do other kinds of fundraisers. Well, this guy's doing a clothing
Clothing drive.
drive.
You make some money off that. Our
I
Green
know,
Dog,
but that's-
our Cooperstown team does that.
That's a lot of fucking clothing. What is that?
Yeah, but it's
I
only
was
like.
wondering if you'd like a beer or something, sir. Would you like anything else? A dessert? Would you like dessert?
Yeah, but all you do is
cappuccino?
get people to drop off clothes. It's really
Yeah, and I got to put it in my
no-brainer.
fucking shed.
No, you schedule the day that the truck
he's
is
bringing
coming.
it the night before. I
No,
got to open the shed up. As I
no.
said, why can't we
You
just
don't do that.
cause line?
We meet the truck in the parking lot at Allen Park, and
That's the way it should be done.
it's from like we tell people drop off your clothes between 11 and 2. The truck shows up at 2, so everybody drops off for like 3 hours, and then at 2 o'clock the
Right,
truck
that's
comes.
the way it should be done.
And you load it on and you're
Not
done.
the day before, night
No,
before.
we're
week
not.
before.
What are you gonna move it twice?
Exactly. That's
No.
why I'm really not happy about that.
No.
I'm doing it because they want to, but I'm like,
We'll see if they can.
Red Solo Cup.
Gonna fill you up.
Look at what's happening to my thing here. Look at this like beaded looking thing.
What is that? Why do you have a coffee?
I was hoping Bobby had his Keurig and I was gonna make coffee, but I asked when I first got here.
He's got it. Vinny's telling us that we really worked really hard at the beginning of the draft.
We suck right now.
Yeah, he says we suck.
Vinny.
Baseball talk.
Oh, the baseball
Oh,
killed
that's
it.
what I'm saying. It's bad.
Yeah.
Vinny DeSanti?
No, not Vinny. This
Oh, Vinny, the intern.
the intern.
Did he fall asleep?
No, he's all
No, I thought it was.
Is he
I
awake?
honestly, I was about to interject that this is getting boring as fuck. This
Well,
whole
it got so
conversation.
boring that Graz left. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony did not take off tonight, but he is sitting in the audience.
No, we need less sports and more goofy shit. All right, let's go.
Go.
Well, now, let me ask what this is where you just sit over there.
I need a break every once in a while. I like to watch you guys.
We're on for 2 fucking hour and 45 minutes. You need a break from that?
It's a lot. Psychologically, it's a lot.
Psychologically? Does he
I
have
feel like
psychological
we
capacity?
just rewound back to last week
No,
now.
I'm good. No, I'm fine. I just like watching you. I think it is.
Imagine if like Johnny
Wow.
Carson just suddenly just jumped into the audience.
You know, I'm gonna
I mean-
tell you something right now. and I
you know
don't
what? I'm this show's a 90-minute program, and I'm gonna go sit in the audience right now and let you guys take over.
Yes, the views are going up probably, right?
This is the biggest number I've ever seen. We're at 170 more
I told you.
What? 170 what?
people that are watching.
Right now.
That's apparently that's what he says.
Going through the roof.
So he
Yes.
tells me today.
Nobody can hear you.
All right, so he prints out.
Mike Bott joining in, by the way.
Oh, Mike Bott.
Mike Bott.
All right, I'll come back.
Mike
I
Bott
wasn't
did
begging you
not.
to come back, so it was fucking bizarre, man.
No, Mike Bott did not give you the finger, but he did say less Graz with an
More
exclamation
ins,
point.
less grass. That's what
Yes.
they asked for.
Nah,
That's
you
what they
know
asked
what?
for.
It's not about that. It's about
Entertaining people.
it's just about let's just be something more amusing than fucking talking about baseball stats and bullshit.
It's a subject that
And
listen,
Bobby's
it was a
hatred
big-
of,
It was a
stats.
big deal today, dude.
I'm not a big fan of.
They were in London, but it's a big deal today. They were in
What
London.
was today have to do with London? What does it have to do with London?
It was a big day. Like
What?
you said,
What was-
we woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning to watch baseball.
That was great. Going to the 3% of Brett Beatty and shit. Thought was boring.
But
as
I was
fuck.
right.
You're not right.
Oh, whatever.
He's not the top. Folks at home, remember Brett Beatty's not the best third baseman in any.
And he's
league.
not in the top 3%.
All right, look, we're drinking now. We're drinking Coors Light. All right, I like right now. Light beer is good. The Young Yangling. Oh my God, I smell weed.
No, it is. By the way,
like a fucking altar boy. He went like this. Went.
Yeah.
Look at his look. Look at him.
I
There
didn't
is a-
smoke any weed.
just
I'm not smoking any weed, Ollie.
He got like a kid. He straightened
did.
up and he
He
went like
did.
this. He goes,
he really did.
holy.
He didn't know
crap.
what was going on.
That's fucking great. All right.
Well,
so,
the Stanley Cup Finals started last night, June 8th.
Who won that
They
first
finally.
game?
Florida.
Florida. They can-
3-0.
Florida's got a throttle.
By the way.
I have a bet.
3-zip.
I placed $20 on Edmonton.
How do you like that?
And $20 on the Rangers to win the Cup. I win $100 with the Rangers. It's done. I lost. I win $91 with Edmonton. Right now,
gave
they're
up.
right now they're offering me
Not scoring any
$22.
fucking goals.
They're
That was
offering me
ridiculous.
$20 to get out.
I don't argue with that
What do you think?
point,
Florida?
Bobby.
The Rangers didn't give it up. Florida's good, man. Florida
No,
was there
no,
last year.
No. Florida is a very good team. You're misunderstanding.
We already-
But as you watch that series go on, there was no fight in those last 3 games from the Rangers to try and make something happen.
I agree with you.
And that bothered that's the worst part about them losing in this Eastern Conference
They
Finals.
should have had a watch
to me.
party.
That's Chase.
They should have had a watch
at
party.
Citi Field for
That's
cricket. For cricket.
No, they should have canceled the Ranger game and put the cricket game on over
Put
at
the
the
cricket
Garden.
game.
But you're not a firm believer that Florida made the Stanley Cup last year. They lost.
No, I think they're
So
a great
they
team.
made the Stanley Cup this year. They're going to win.
That's not necessarily.
They're
tell,
gonna
Tell
win.
the Buffalo
They're
Bills that.
go-
Well,
They're
the
gonna-
Rangers
well,
are not going to win the Cup, so Bobby's going to be wrong at least once.
Bruno Capolo says
If they played the way they're supposed to
Oh,
play, they
yes,
win.
we know, Bruno. Your Celtics are up 2-0 heading to Dallas.
And
Nobody
Bruno-
cares.
now,
And
Boston sucks.
how is it that the Celtics are back to
Jesus.
winning again, and the Knicks are still 50 years later waiting?
yeah, but the Knicks are getting better.
They
And
are looking good.
Bruno, if the Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup, Bruno wins $10,000. He placed a bet mid-season.
Really?
Yeah, he placed a bet mid-season.
Edmonton Oilers.
Edmonton
Well, they're not
Oilers.
winning.
Well, they just got destroyed 3-0 in game one.
I was trying to
Good
tell you
luck with
guys,
that.
I have $20 on Edmonton. If I get out right now, they're offering me $25 to get out. Even
Oh,
though
this is
they're
like deal
0-1.
or no deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy your suitcase.
Correct.
You're gonna buy.
Correct.
The
When you're
banker-
winning-
the bankers offer $1,500.
That's how it is.
Yeah. It's like deal or no deal.
Like, look, wait, hold on. Now, if you went to FanDuel right now and placed a $5 bet on the Mets, whatever, I'm just saying right now, I guarantee it's 15,000 to 1. Watch, I'm going to go on there.
15,000.
Remember, did you ever watch Deal or No Deal? Did you watch this
Yes.
show?
Yeah.
The
It
banker.
was fucking stupid. First of all, the banker didn't exist. Okay.
well, that guy was in the back in the shadow.
You saw the
Because
guy on the
no,
phone
no,
with
no.
the silhouette.
Because you
What are you
ever seen-
talking about?
Because he's
Yeah.
always got to fucking kill
Because
it.
it's true.
Kill it.
Behind the
First of all,
glass.
He's
first
gotta
of all,
fucking
listen to-
kill it.
Oh my God! Listen for a second. Do you ever see when they go like this? They go, all right. So he goes. They go deal. They go. What would your next case have been? I would have picked number 8. Number 8 had $1,500 in it. And what would the banker have offered? 800. You're like, well, how do they know this fucking banker offer? He didn't get on the phone. He didn't just get on the fucking phone. They had the fucking deal there. They had the money. They had the price right there. It was all
So you're saying it's all predetermined.
predetermined. Every bit of it. The guy was not on the phone going, I'm going to give him this for the case. Bullshit. It was all pre-written. Nobody stayed to the million because you'd be a moron to try to take that chance. When the guy's offering you $125,000, it's $1 million possibly. The one case could have $1 million. The other case could have 25 cents.
Yeah, but a lot of guys would try to go for the maximum.
They didn't.
Well, all right. So here, okay. Let me ask you a question, just quickly.
First of all, 3%. 97% of life
3% of your question.
is smoke and mirrors and bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Who's your World Series 2024 winner right now? Projection, and what's the odds?
I've already picked.
He already
who I
picked
thought.
that
What?
months ago.
I said months ago the Yankees will win the
Well,
World
they're at
Series.
plus 410. So I'm going to place $5 on the Yankees for you right now.
I mean,
For
not
him?
Yes, you said the Yankees are winning the World Series. Here's the bet slip. I want you to see it. I'm placing a $5 wager. If I win, I only win $20.
It's getting like- it's
I win
getting like-
$20.50, which
It's
is
getting-
crazy.
It's to the point now where it's
Why
like
is that crazy? That's quadruple your money.
so many teams get in the playoffs now. It's
I
so
just
fucking-
bet the Yankees for you. Now, what do you think the Mets are?
What?
Plus 15,000. I'm going to place a $5 bet on the Mets to win the World Series. I win $750 if the Mets win the World Series on a $5 bet. I'm going to place it.
What is the point of this?
I have no idea. It's boring again. We're losing listeners.
No, we're not.
Hold on, let me
I
check.
just placed a bet. So you have a bet on the Yankees, I'd have a bet on the Mets. What I'm trying
Well,
my point is
Numbers went up, 174.
my point is FanDuel, if you're like you pick somebody to win the Stanley Cup, by the first or second game, they're trying to get you out. And they're offering you $20, $25, $30 to get you
I
out.
would never do that. I got in for the
Yeah,
excitement.
they
of
want to
winning.
get you out because they think you're going to win.
Well, a lot of these gamblers want to win, just want to win. They get out as quickly as possible.
You mean the gamblers want to win? Is that what you're telling
Why
me?
would you place the bet if somebody can talk you out of it for $25?
Well, that's why I haven't gotten out. If Edmonton wins, I win over 90.
You get in, you stay in.
Yeah.
You believed in the bet, you keep the bet.
Like I was willing to bet anything the Rangers would win the Cup this year. I really would. I thought for sure they had the right team. I did not expect 3 of the main guys to just disappear.
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 Yeah.
And Kreider played great in the game in the series before that, and he disappeared.
Disappear.
Kreider disappeared.
They all did.
Zibanejad disappeared.
Mika, Panarin,
Supposedly Shesterkin's
Miller.
asking for some crazy amount of money.
Truba,
And he should.
and he should.
Yeah, but I heard that
The guy
Rangers
carried the team as far as they
Take
went.
him out of the equation for this year.
They would have lost
and
in
they
the
lost
Carolina
first
series.
round.
Yeah, they would have lost the Carolina series. Now, I wouldn't say
No,
the
the
first
Capitals,
round.
they would've.
They dominated the Capitals pretty well. But they would have lost the Carolina series without Shesterkin. Those were
You know
one-goal
what's really
games.
The Islanders wouldn't even be as good as they were. It wasn't
Without
for that.
Sorokin, right? Sorokin. He's good.
Yeah. What are they? But I know it's game one was on June 8th for the Stanley Cup Finals.
Fuck no. It's always that's the way. it's
Right?
been.
I mean that's not going to end until
Season
what next
starts-
weekend?
Season starts in what? September, October,
Yeah, September.
and we're still playing in June.
We're still playing in June. You got 2 months.
And baseball has become
2 months is the off season.
Well,
I
baseball's
think more people right
baseball's
now-
November.
I think more.
Baseball goes to November now.
I would still say October, but what I'm saying is, there's more people watching a fucking cricket game right now today than there were watching yesterday's opening game of the NHL Stanley Cup.
And there was more people probably watching cricket than watched the NBA. The NBA finals only had 10 million, which is the lowest they've had since 2019. So nobody's watching the NBA.
Oh, and
either.
by the way, all this Caitlin Clark shit, I'm sick of hearing about her.
Well, it's the same because she's a white woman,
No, here's what this is.
straight
all-
white woman, and
trust
she
me
would
on
make
this.
the Olympics.
Trust me on this.
Go
and
ahead.
This goes with everything.
Okay, go.
It's all staged bullshit.
So
It's all fucking bullshit. They're getting you to tune in. They're getting controversy. They're creating controversy.
Oh,
to
so
get
you
to
think they're
think.
creating
This
all
is
this?
conspiracy shit?
Really?
So you think
is.
they're creating a controversy
All
for everybody to watch the Olympics?
Absolutely.
But
Not
not-
for the Olympics, for the WNBA.
No, for the WNBA.
But they're not going to watch. Well, this is a big deal right now.
They're talking about it. 30 years this league's been around. Nobody talked about it. They started controversy with her. All of a sudden, before the season even started, I noticed they talk about the WNBA like somebody said to them, you know what? I'm not coming in. We're not getting any attention because the news people are not putting them out there. They're not putting them on, on social media. They're not on this. They're not on that. And somebody probably said, well, create some controversy. We'll start talking about it. And all of a sudden, this Caitlin Clark comes into the fucking thing. They say she scored more points than Pete Maravich. Who gives a fuck if she scored more points than Pete Maravich?
See,
And
I don't mean to be rude. I'm not
she didn't
interrupting
play
you.
against
but
Pete.
there's a lot of people that give a fuck because she's selling out. She's selling out these arenas, Bobby.
You don't let me finish my fucking sentence. The point is, she gets more points against what? It's like this. It's like the Negro League stats. Who they play against? They play against. Play against major leaguers? I don't know who they played against. I don't know who she's playing against. I don't know what the fuck she's playing. But Pete Maravich was playing against some serious fucking competition.
Yeah, but either way, she was still the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history, no matter who she's playing against.
You gonna put credence into that? Okay.
You don't put credence into the fact that she's the all-time scoring leader?
No.
Why?
Why?
Why? Because against what?
What do you mean against
She
what?
has an
Against
incredible
everybody
talent.
else in NCAA history, in women's basketball
In women's basketball.
and men's basketball.
I don't.
And
care.
it's
She don't
not even
play-
close.
She don't even play against men.
I understand that, but
You got to give her credence. That's what I was trying to say.
you got to
before.
put some credit into that at
I'm
least.
going to give her credit for being the best in her league, in her caliber.
Yeah, but because of
Yeah.
her, because
But it's
of
not
her,
even close.
But wait a minute. Wait.
She's the Michael Jordan, let's say,
of WNBA right now.
of
She re- and I don't even
and
follow her.
NCAA.
She really is, Bobby.
Yes.
She's selling out every
I'm
arena.
not taking anything away. I'm saying they're creating this controversy. They made this big story about her to start with.
That I understand. You're saying that it's like
It's all bullshit.
they're all creating this story.
It's all bullshit.
But if you want to know something would have been bullshit if they take her on the team, and she doesn't play and she sits on the bench because that's what the problem was.
You were talking about it again.
I am because.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say
Don't
is,
put her on a team, they'll talk about it.
See, I
but
disagree.
if she would have won on a team, she was going to be a reserve. She wasn't going to play that much. There's where the controversy is. 4 years from now, she's going to start,
Maybe she will.
and right now she's not.
But we're
Because
talking
she's
about it.
because we're talking about,
We're
but she's the
talking about
newbie,
it. Nobody ever talked about it.
I agree.
Before.
and nobody.
yeah,
and-
but these WNBA players are pissed off that nobody ever talked about them.
correct.
But now
Correct.
they're talking about her.
Correct.
And she
And they're
just
making
got
it
here
racist.
5 minutes ago.
And they're making it racial.
Well, I saw that.
They're-
There was 5 people on the
They're
decisions
they're
committee,
trying to.
and 4 of them were African American. I did see that. Listen,
Well, they're comparing
I'm
it
not
to,
a big fan, but you want to know something right now? Everybody's talking about it, and she's filling out arenas. And the numbers on TV, where it used to be a 1.2, is now a 7.5. That's a lot, Bob. There's a lot of
What
money
created
there.
that?
The
The controversy.
The controversy, yes.
Well, her coming in the league, there was no controversy when she was coming in the league as the top player ever.
She would have just blended in, and it would have been no talk.
What about all the
she
girls
was
that
not
are
gonna blend in.
What about the girls
She
that
got
are
all these
elbowing? What about the girls that
contracts.
are elbowing her?
That's all
That's all. You think that's all pre-staged?
All stage shit.
What about her
They're all.
teammates?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
I don't mean to be racist. Wait, time out.
Go ahead.
They're all African American that are causing her stir. Everybody that's her
They
opponent.
like you to talk about race. They love
Yeah,
it.
I know. I
They
know.
love it.
What about her teammates?
Oh, by the way, you like Trump. You're a white supremacist. We'll get to that next week. One of our shows on here. If you like Trump, you're a white supremacist.
Okay.
You know what? Just because that moron says that doesn't mean
It doesn't make it true. It doesn't mean you have
So
to
you're
buy a
throwing out
ticket
there,
to her
you're
circus
putting
or
credence
his
to something
circus.
some idiot said.
I agree.
Right.
I'm just letting you know. I think it's stupid.
His opinion doesn't really matter much.
It's
to
a
me.
her. It's a her.
It's a him.
It's a him.
No.
It's a
His
her.
opinion.
Oh, okay.
His opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you want to make believe? Don't mean I got to make believe too.
Bob, I'm 100% behind you on this.
Listen,
I saw that on Facebook. That
They
person,
can say what they want. I can say what I want,
That
right?
person had a Trump sign in the background, said, "Look at
It's
these
all-
white supremacists. Look at these idiots." Mm-hmm. And that's what I was. And so that
Whatever.
makes me feel like I'm an idiot and a white supremacist.
Everybody's
You call me an
entitled
idiot?
to their
If
opinion.
you call me an idiot, I'm going to call you a fucking idiot too.
I
That's
agree.
right. I'm entitled to my opinion.
And I'm going to say you're a fucking poser.
Poser. Your show's a posers. You got posers.
Anyway,
Fucking posers. One step away from you.
One of the most, and I don't know how this ties into the conspiracy you're saying, but her teammates aren't even standing up for her. I don't know if you've noticed that. That's actually something that's really not talked about. A few people have brought it
I've
up.
heard it many times.
Yeah, but if
I
you
can't-
notice that,
I don't
like,
think they like her. She's a
First of all-
straight,
Right.
She's a straight white girl that's not causing any controversy.
That's another thing.
really fucking
She's straight.
good.
That's right.
And
she doesn't fit the profile of
Correct.
the WNBA
It's
player.
all. This is all planned out shit. It really is.
he thinks everything's. What'd you tell me? As soon as you tell him
I knew
about
exactly what he
blind
was
Jim in
gonna- Oh,
London,
God, I knew exactly
he's
what
gonna
he was gonna
he's
say.
in Des Moines, Iowa.
I knew exactly
Dude,
what
we
he was
know
going to say.
I love you. You're you're like this, bro. Your fucking blinders are on, and you're just straight
It's
ahead.
not about blind, just having my eyes wide open.
I.
It's a
You know what, Anthony? I just saw what they said about us, that we like Trump and they're white supremacists. Not us, but in general, I agree.
It doesn't make it true.
I agree with you. Doesn't make us true. Doesn't make
No,
it
it
true.
doesn't.
But I will tell you this: it opened up my eyes that there's
Look,
a lot of
maybe
fucked
some,
up people.
Maybe
around.
some of the resentment about her, Clark, is there. The jealousy is there.
Yep.
But the playing up of it is all WNBA. That's what they want. They want people to play it up.
It's a ratings grab.
They are loving
Yeah.
every second of this.
This is very similar to Tiger Woods back in the day coming into golf, a predominantly white sport, where a black man is completely dominating and destroying everybody.
Or limo talk, which
Or-
has
Let me
three
ask you
straight.
a question.
Well, the other analogy-
Wait,
hold on.
Is limo talk of three straight white guys fighting against everybody
ask
at
you a question.
Paradise
No,
Studios?
I'm not fighting against anybody.
It happened, and they did it, and I really don't care anymore. But the record book in Major League Baseball is now a joke because we've taken records from the Negro Leagues, and Josh Gibson is now the all-time
I saw
highest batting
that. I
average
saw
ever.
that. And you don't.
And who do you play against? How do I know who he hit against?
Right.
How do I know that it's one day that Slappy White from around the corner just finished an oil can and just fucking came in
Slappy
and-
White from
because
Pittsburgh.
they had no pitcher and he went 5 for 5 that day? How do I know?
I guess you'd have to go back to the Negro Leagues and
And
look.
you also
You'd have to
and
go
they
back
go,
and
oh
find
well.
out.
Well, they go, oh
But you're
well.
probably right.
then they sit there and going, oh well, major leagues didn't have any integrated division, any integrated league, so they weren't playing against the best. Well, you know something, they were playing against the best, because you were talking about an entire nation that made up 8 teams, pitching staffs that were made up from the entire nation, 8 teams in each league. Those pitchers were good, and it was documented that they were good. Some of them weren't that good, maybe on the Athletics or whatever the fucking story was. But we all knew they were major league caliber ball players. I don't know what the fuck they played against in those games in the Negro Leagues. I have no idea. God bless them. I'm sorry that anything that they played and they weren't allowed to play or whatever the fuck it was. But honestly, A, I'm sick of hearing about it. And B, I don't know what they played against. And I don't know how we're going to put that kind of weight to records that came out of that. I don't know.
I don't either.
It's like saying I just played, and I'm not comparing this, a softball team, a bunch of softball teams, and I was playing arc softball over at Rockville Center, and one year I hit 78 home runs.
Good job.
Want to throw that in the fucking record book?
Come on.
What? Come on, what?
All right, your boys, Bruno Capolo says, hashtag
Is there a softball record book?
Trump 2024.
I don't know. I
Greg
can
D.
make one
Filippo
up.
says, Caitlin, because she's not a lesbian. Bruno Capolo says, fuck
And I'm
you.
rooting for this girl.
And I am
I
too.
really am.
Sure.
Well,
Because I want her to rise to the top.
to
the
show
point-
everybody and give everybody,
Yeah,
everybody the
fuck
fuck
you.
you. Fuck you.
Right.
But I'm also
Don't knock
saying
me
that,
down.
that the WNBA, I think, is pushing this to become a big controversy.
But wouldn't you?
And I think they might be behind what's going on to her.
Now, do you think if Caitlin Clark was black, she would have been embraced as the next Michael Jordan of the WNBA?
It's actually a very good question.
Why not, though?
Thank you.
Wait. This
I've
is
been thinking
Mike
about this.
Mike Bott says this is the most WNBA you've ever heard talked about. Ever. He also Mike Bott also said they're jealous of her.
They are jealous of her.
I don't want to hear.
And Bruno Capolo says, fuck Rob De Niro.
Fuck him, too.
Well,
exactly.
yeah,
I hate him.
too. And the problem
But
is,
would the WNBA, wait a minute, would the players in the WNBA have accepted her and dealt with her on a level that was more civil had she been black? Yes.
Yeah.
They would have embraced her. She'd be on the Olympic team right now.
Yes, she would.
that's right.
Bruno says,
Absolutely.
awesome white woman basketball privilege.
I don't know that. See, the privilege word is
Okay,
so. Is
Bruno,
so,
share the show. You haven't shared the show. Just share the show, all right? We talk about you all the time. Teresa's sick this week. She'll be back next week.
to me, when people say
Thank you.
privilege, I think of hard work. Okay, because there's no privilege in playing basketball. Okay, anybody could go play basketball.
Yeah, but
there is not some major financial commitment to go play basketball.
She's making
for the,
the
most
most
part.
money. She's making a
Now
lot
I
of money.
understand maybe she's on a
resent
good
it.
travel team. She gets training. She
She's
gets
getting a lot of endorsements.
absolutely. She's getting it, and that's why they're pissed.
They resent her.
They resent that because they're
Wait,
like,
wait,
"Hey, I've been here for 20 years. I didn't get an endorsement."
And you know what? She got the attention because she had that scoring
Correct.
record.
But wait a minute now.
So what's the problem with that?
Correct.
What's
It's
the
like-
problem? She had the scoring record because she's
And
good.
I'm going to take back what I said.
She's
I do
worked her
give it-
ass off to
I
be
do
that
give
good.
it credence, yes. It's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
I don't compare it. Is it Maravich or was it?
Yeah, it was Pete Maravich. You're right. No, you're right.
I'm not going to compare it to him, though, because his fucking record was against incredible talent. I don't know what the fuck she put. I don't know. But whatever. She still did it. Okay, so she did it. So she gets this attention. She gets drafted into the WNBA, and she brings them attention, which is going to bring them more money. Mm-hmm. Right? It's going to bring them more money in crowds.
I agree. That's an aspect.
Bruno says,
So they
not gonna
fucking
argue.
hate her for it?
well, Bruno says, I fucking shared the show. Absolutely. If she was black, she'd be praised as the next Michael Jordan.
Thank you,
Exactly.
thank you, Bruno.
Okay.
We
I'm
agree
gonna
on
say-
something.
So, but
I'm
we,
gonna
but,
say-
but why? I want to embrace her. I like her. She's like
But she's straight.
she's straight.
Problem.
That's the
White. Big
problem.
Right? We don't
It's
want
like us, 3 white guys. Big
Doesn't
problem.
fit the narrative.
So, by the way, is she a white supremacist too? If she,
Well, no.
I mean, because she's promoting herself as a white person.
Dude, I saw it on Facebook. Somebody said these fucking idiot white supremacists because he's been indicted 34 times and we like him.
a bogus charge. Go ahead.
Are these people aware also? And I don't know if they
These people are a
read
lot of
stuff, but there
it's a lot of LB. I can tell you that,
I
right?
know it is.
There's a large
big time, especially us. We call they say that we're very the three of us, and when she's on, we're very, Trump, and we're really
I'm all
not.
Trump.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
I
think-
am though.
But
we're not. We don't do it all the
give
time.
people.
But I think I talk about it maybe once every 3 weeks.
You won't
Right,
even.
that's
You
what
don't
I
even want
mean.
to talk about him anymore.
There's no need to. But I think she is just. Go ahead.
Bruno goes, Graz, you need to blacken this show.
Yeah, we need
Vinny, can you come in blackface next week? Is it possible? We'll get our intern. Dude, but that's true. We're not transgender. We're not black.
Sorry.
We're not. Yeah, and we're faulted for
Well,
it.
we're not required to be.
But we're faulted for
We
it.
just happen to be a show, and this is what we are.
I've heard it.
When other people get together, do they form their show based on the makeup of the group?
Yes.
Or do you form a show with people you think is going to work well to make a good show? It's almost like giving people jobs based on what they perceive to be their
You've had enough.
identity rather than their talent.
I can see his face after all these years. He's had enough. Because you know why I say this. Because we do have the power to be able to talk to people, and we do get out there to a lot of people. But no, I know. But the way people are, I think you've had enough. You're just like, I'm done.
I'm sick of everybody.
I know you are. I know you are.
I say this at least once a day.
I hate people.
Are we privileged
everybody.
because we sit here in Paradise Studios? Does that make us privileged?
Well, in a way, yes, it does. We're able to talk
Does?
to people. Not that
First
we're
of all-
privileged.
Let me tell you something. Every day I see every race.
You're welcome for the plug, Bobby, by the way.
What?
I mean, are we privileged to be here at Strong Island Television?
Oh, it gives us an airways. We're on.
Does?
We're on. Hold on.
But
I-
aren't
we're
other
on-
people afforded the same
I see all-
opportunity?
I
They
see
could
all
walk in
races
and
and
tell Bobby they
religions.
want to have a show?
Every day.
okay.
Why is
And
that privilege?
I
Anybody
really,
else could do
really
it.
like every one of them. I do. I don't sit. I don't see the color. I really don't. I don't sit there going,
No.
"Oh, let me talk to that black guy. Let me go talk." I don't do that. We have a laugh. The most fun I have at any place I go is with black people. 'Cause
And here,
Because for some odd reason, I don't
they
know
don't.
what.
They don't care.
They don't give a. This is all created shit. They're not sitting there going, they hate this.
It's
hate
the media.
That. It's fucking created. This is what I'm talking
Well,
about.
we're part of the media,
fabricated.
so we need to straighten it out a
They're
little
not
bit.
sitting there thinking
It's
like that.
fabricated.
They don't think like that. Yes, they do have a problem with cops and shit like that. But you know something? A lot of it's warranted. Sorry.
Greg DiFilippo says you're just three privileged white boys.
Yeah. Cops used to really be shitty to black people. They did. And I think that's changed a little bit.
A lot.
All right. So, okay. But I also try to point out the cops are always shitty to me.
I agree.
They were shitty to me.
I agree.
And they're shocked when I tell them that I had a cop tell me one time that he was going to fucking shoot me in the head if I didn't listen to what he said. And I said, I'm not armed. He goes, not yet.
Not yet.
Whoa. The fuck does that mean?
Right.
And I was I was an Irish guy. You know? What kind
Yeah.
of shit is that?
Well, there is a movement right now. The black community is actually rallying behind Trump after he was convicted because they feel like he was
railroaded.
treated the same way that they get treated.
I agree.
You know
And they
what?
assimilate to him right now, if you're paying attention, in a very big way. Because
I
of that.
agree. And you know something? Might be the best thing that happened.
Yeah.
Because black people have been railroaded.
Yeah.
They've been railroaded
They
over
have.
the years and become scapegoats in a lot of situations where they had nothing to do with something. And that's exactly what just happened to Trump, and they watched it happen
And they watched that happen.
on a
They're
national
like, holy
level.
And I
shit.
sent you guys
And they're
something.
like, they did it to him.
And I sent you
They've
guys-
been doing that to us.
That's right. And I just
But
sent
they
you
did it
guys.
to him now.
I sent you guys something today. Did you see that? That everybody's neck and neck right now in all the
I don't even
states.
believe that.
I don't believe that either.
don't
I
either.
cannot believe
I
that.
believe
I
that-
saw Biden's rally had fucking 25 people, and they're all spread out to make it look good.
Again, that's from the media that's all owned by the Democrat liberals, right? Owned by them. They want to make it seem like it's neck and neck so that when they fucking cheat, you say, well, it was close. the point is, Trump in real numbers
Is kicking
is
ass.
fucking way ahead.
Look at his rallies. He's got 100. He's got
Way
50,000
ahead.
people at these rallies.
And what kills me is people don't realize that he's for everyone. He's for Make America Great Again. The Democrats want to make you think that Make America Great Again means make America all white again and forget. No,
Right, go back to slavery.
it means get everybody involved where they get to the point where they can become successful in business and in some sort of entrepreneurial kind of endeavor, whatever it is, and live on your own terms.
Yep.
That's what Make America Great is all about, not about being dependent on the government.
Two things. Greg DiFilippo says, I agree with Bobby. The Dems are going to rig the election again. And Bruno Capolo says, Pamela Moses, the founder of Black Lives Matter chapter in Memphis, has been sentenced to prison for voter fraud, the New York Post reports. Last Monday, Moses was ordered to spend 6 years and 1 day behind bars for registering to vote, although her prior felony conviction in 2015 made her ineligible.
No different than Hunter Biden putting on his application that he hadn't taken any drugs when he bought that.
Oh,
gun.
never.
Never.
I think Vinny's gonna.
Have you
I think
seen
Vinny's
so-
gonna be doing a DNA show and asking to leave early after.
Testimonies. But getting back to this thing with New York, I mean, even Kevin O'Leary, the guy from Shark Tank, I don't know if you know Kevin.
I know who
O'Leary,
he is.
right? He came out. It was actually on CNN when he did it, and the CNNers were actually agreeing with him. He goes, people don't realize this isn't about Donald Trump. People need to realize what the Attorney General, what the state of New York is doing to him is bad for New York. Because what people in their right mind who feel that they could come after me and take my assets as a state is somebody who's going to want to do business here.
Exactly.
You're actually hurting your own state.
They've lost their own credibility and trust.
Correct. People are not going to want to do business here.
Greg DiFilippo says the laptop is real.
Of course it is.
Of course it
Anything
is.
about it.
But
Bruno
social
Capolo
media
wishes get well to
squashed.
Teresa Farrell.
But social media squashed that in collusion with the Democrats during the election. But
People don't understand.
that's not interference.
Listen,
that
they,
the
they do
Democrats-
understand. We're here every
George
week.
Soros-
Just keep on talking about it.
Soros and all these
People need
fucking
to-
guys. They own the media.
Just keep
and they're
talking
liberal
about it.
idiots. And you see what Robert De Niro did.
Dude, that was fucking fucked up. Vinny, give us a couple of minutes. That was fucked up.
That was insane.
He's sitting in Manhattan with guys protecting him, talking about how bad Trump is during his conviction, as people are screaming at him, "You suck. Your movies suck.
You're a has-been.
You're a has-been. You were the worst. You're not a Don. You're a fucking." Dude, I'm serious. It's just
If he went home that night, he had to be thinking to himself, "My
what the
God,
fuck did I just do?
I'm a loser now.
Yeah.
I'm a loser.
You're
All
a
right.
loser.
Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, LinkedIn, Roku, Spreaker, GothamGoGraz.com, Ins41.com, Instagram. We put clips up. Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. We are. You want to come back next week? You want to take a week off? What do you think?
Where are we taking a week off?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Summertime.
Summertime? Yeah, I'm just asking.
It's summertime.
Vinny's gonna be with us.
and the
Vinny's gonna be with us.
living is easy.
It is summertime.
And Vinny's going to be with us next week, so that's good. We'll have another 5 minutes of him.
It's up to you. I don't care.
All right, we're in next week. Listen, Pat Barilla is offering us sweet tickets. I keep telling you that. We can go any Met game we want to and offer it to our customers. We have 2 seats.
We're giving
To
away
the
for. Why don't we just go?
We have customers.
We have Pat Barilla has offered us 2 seats to the Mets.
2 seats.
Suites.
Casey
To the 2 Met fans.
We're gonna count them down from the suites of City Field.
Yes. We get food, Casey.
I don't understand it. Why can't I get out of a
I
freaking without an up tempo?
That is so
I'm
good.
reading
But
about
his
a
picture,
dead
read about a
dog.
dog dying. We get food. We get non-alcoholic beverages, and you get to hang out in the suites. Would you like to go with your son, Nick? Just tell me.
I don't know. I mean,
You have the whole season.
Sounds
all
like
right,
a yes.
I got time.
The whole season.
All right, so that's it. I think we're done.
Let's
He's
look at
done.
the schedule.
He's done. All right. September 14th is the pay-per-view, folks. We're doing it live here. You won't be able to see it, but we'll have about 35 people.
Why won't you
in
be
the-
able to see it?
They'll see it afterwards because Bobby Lacerra is
Let's
going
let everybody know they're not going to
when
see
they're
it.
there on September 14th, we're going to be here. We're going to have a live audience. Those people are going to see it from everything. Bobby Lacerra from Paradise Studios and Strong on TV is going to make it into an hour-and-a-half pay-per-view show. Stop breathing on me, all right, Fats? Charlie Myers is joining us that night.
Slim down.
Justin McDonald and his beef jerky. Joe Pontillo, Brendan Ryan, Matt Alvalo, Teresa Fallow, Mike
owes
Nicolia, Mike Zimmerman,
So I
Zimmerman.
understand.
Larry
You
Izzo.
brought him up before, and Linda just texted me.
What?
Because she had him as a teacher.
Who? Blind Jim?
Jim Hughes.
We love Jim Hughes.
He's retiring.
He's retiring. He's also coming on our show in September
He's
after his
retiring.
retirement. So if Linda comes that night, September
so you got to
14th,
show up and talk to Jim Hughes.
I invited Linda to September 14th. She is your.
It's my plus one.
Yes, she's your plus one. She's your plus one.
How sweet.
I just let you know. I always thought that she was your plus one. So I was hoping that she would come and meet the Dalers, hang out, and
Meet the Dellers.
I think it would be
Meet
great.
the Dallas.
Meet the Dellers.
All right, so here we go.
The Mets.
Let's
Come
roll it out.
on
Let's
down
go.
and
Oh, now
beat
you're
the
going to
Mets.
show
Have
up.
a good day.
I'm fucking so tired
Good
of
night,
your
everybody.
bullshit.
Thank you for coming to the rally.
You show up at
Lots
the end.
He shows up at the end just to
Lots of-
stick it to you,
Lots
Grass.
of people showed up at the. How many do we have?
How many do we have tonight,
How
there,
many do we
Rich?
have?
175.
Yes.
175. Send $1 to Trump's campaign.
All right. How are you, Mr. Trump? How are you? How's
I'm
everything?
doing great.
All right. Just to let you know, Bruno Capolo and Greg DiFilippo wish you a happy Father's Day, Mr. Trump.
I'm voting for the felon.
Wait, is next weekend Father's Day?
Next weekend's Father's Day. Are we doing a show on Father's Day, boys? Yeah, we might. All right. We
Nah.
Bob, I think we're going to take off next week. It's Father's Day.
I didn't realize it was
Yeah, and my
Father's Day.
wife's probably going to
Father's
give me
Day
a hard
next week.
time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might get a little crap.
Yeah,
I
so-
might be on the grill, baby.
So we'll be back a week after Father's Day. We wish everybody a happy Father's Day. For Bobby, Ins 41 and Zarello, the top 3% of all comedians in New York. Thank you. Thank you.
Why don't we just start? Folks, this is my message. Let's treat everybody the same, and we'll be all right.
Oh, well,
all right?
we hope we get
There
that
you
from
go.
Strong on TV. For Board Up Extraordinaire, Richard Zarelli.
Top 3% of board ups.
You're top 1% of board ops. Top 1% in comedians.
Wow.
Top 1% in board ops.
How about that?
For in the
Thank you,
back,
guys.
for Bobby Lacerra from
And by the
Strong
way, I
Out.
just want to put myself down as this.
Go ahead.
There's never going to be a day where I'm a white supremacist.
I agree.
What I
right.
am is a Sicilian supremacist.
All right.
I think people from Sicily have dealt with a lot of shit.
Right.
And my family's from Sicily. And I think we are the best. My opinion.
I like Teresa said last week. I'm fucking Sicilian. Kiss my ass, and you said kiss my ass too.
It's all there is to it.
For-
I mean, I like everybody. First of all, you know what that makes me is a Sicilian.
Cool.
Besides cool, obviously.
You are very cool.
But the thing is, what it makes me is I have a little bit of everything in my background.
I agree. Little black,
Because
little white,
everything.
little Irish, little German,
Everything.
Specken Sie Deutschen.
Sicily
something.
was conquered by more different countries, more different fucking people from Africa and all around the fucking world, and we got a little of everything.
Greg DiFilippo says you got 525 people already viewing and you're rising. Bruno said we'll see you in 2 weeks. Happy Father's Day. Bruno goes, Atso, Fangul. Fuck, what does that say?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about
All
it.
right, for Bobby Ins 41 and Zarello, the funniest man that I know, for Board Up Extraordinaire, Richard Zarelli. For the intern in the back, Vinny from Cortland, who's got 120 hours.
Oniata.
Oniata. I said,
He not only
I said
has
Cortland.
he needs 118 more hours.
Yeah, Vinny, I'll fudge for you.
18 to go.
We'll fudge for you,
And we're
Vin.
buying a pizza.
And you don't like that other show that
2
you're
weeks.
doing with those whatever.
Yeah.
Never mind. And we want pizza, Vin.
We're the
Vinny
talent,
Pizza.
Vinny.
Yeah, we're the talent, Vinny.
All right?
Yeah.
Pizza pie from Angelo's in Corona.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. For Bobby Lacerra from Paradise Studios and StrongIslandTV.com. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We are not white supremacists. We believe in the suicide squeeze.
I'm a non-supremacist.
No.
There is no supremacy.
We believe in the suicide squeeze and a sacrificed fly.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Bobby,
right.
it's 41 and Zarello. Bought up extraordinaire Richard Zarelli. Me, Anthony Grazzi
And I
Day.
believe that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
Bobby Lucero.
I identify as the fact that there was not a second shooter.
And for the
no
great,
grassy knoll.
and for
There was
the
no grassy
greatest
knoll.
intern from Oneonta, Vinny.
Yes.
Good night. God bless. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Play Casey for us there, Bobby.
Good night, everybody.
Support Trump and don't be a white supremacist.
Yeah.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's go start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. Since last goddamn time, I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is, that's up-tempo, and I gotta talk about a fucking dog dying.